Hello and welcome. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan, coming on a little earlier, about 10 minutes earlier than normal. It's almost 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Friday. So if you're watching live, hello. I know I just got on and most of you guys are still coming on, getting your notifications and all. And if you're watching after the fact, hello as well. It's pretty much the same thing. You just don't get to experience it in real time, in the live chat box off to your right there or down below if you're watching on mobile. And it's a lot of fun. So if you can't make it, try to. I stream regularly Friday 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this is it. Just coming on a little bit early. The NBA Finals Game 4 is tonight. Starts kind of almost the same time I was going to start my live stream. So I thought I'd come on a little early and maybe watch a good chunk of the fourth quarter. So we'll see how that goes. Unless we have some really lively discussions that's going to, keep me from checking it out. I can always watch the highlights, but it's not quite the same. Good evening, guys. Good to see Dr. Bear and Faux Turkey, Star Cradle, and Fu Man Poo, one of our fams there, one of our happy fams, sporting the green badge and green name there. And Ellen, how's it going, Ellen? A lot of regs here. I saw Dr. Bear on earlier, Peter and Ed Fern and Fulmar Music were on before I came on too. So good evening to you guys, and thanks for joining here on the Friday live stream. So on the Friday live streams, as the name of the stream suggests, it's an opportunity for us to talk about vegan things. If you have questions about anything vegan related. Yeah, Fu Man Poo, I saw that typo that Fulmar Music made there. He had trouble spelling my name. That's what the joke is about there. But anyway, I never realized my name, if you misspell it by a letter, spells that word. Kind of disturbing. Yeah, we can talk about things vegan related. If you're vegan curious, here's a great opportunity to ask some questions. Maybe you heard some stuff from your friends at work that veganism is going to kill you or make your teeth rot or your brain rot or something. Who knows? No protein, who knows? So here's a great opportunity for your question, to ask your question, and it will be answered in an evidence-based approach. We're not going to just give you a bunch of woo-woo and dogma and nonsense like that. We're going to answer it to the best truth, the best information that's out there. We're all about truth here. We're not about just blowing smoke up people's asses or anything like that. So and if you're an anti-vegan, as the title of this video suggests, this is a great opportunity to come in and try to debunk veganism. If you think you have some great fact or argument that needs to be told, I'll listen, and we'll listen to it with an open mind. Just ask that you be polite. Don't come here debunking veganism and insulting me and everyone else. That really discredits you, and you'll probably get timed out. So it's good to see more of our happy fam arriving here. Fallon Marie and Fa Dieting. How's it going, guys? Wait for a little more happy fam to come on. Angie wanted me to mention something to y'all. Hey, Patrick in Tucson. Hey, is it pretty hot out there? I know there's a crazy heat wave happening in the western United States. Fortunately for us here, the coastal clouds, the marine layer as it's called, is quite thick and keeping us quite cool here. So anyway, it was like, what is it right now? It's a pleasant 70 degrees right now. Let's see, Bearded Devil. Hey, wasn't I talking to you in the comments? Happy Healthy Vegan, the video of my questions to you is uploaded. I'll watch the stream later for your answers. No, I'm not going to watch your video or anything. I'm not going to promote your channel or anything like that. So if you want to ask questions, here is a great place to do it, and we will examine it. And here's the advantages of dealing with your questions here. We can see your exact words as you type them here, or paste them if you have your argument somewhere else. Just put them here. We'll look at your words. I will not misconstrue them or do anything weird to them. We'll try to find your argument in real time, and we'll analyze it and see if it makes any sense or not. That's what we're looking for here, Bearded Devil. So if you want to play, go for it. Meaning ask your question here, and we will answer it in an honest, sincere, and truthful way. And if you don't like my way of doing things, answering your questions in a thoughtful, honest, and truthful way, I'm sorry. This is my show. I'm not going to play your video on my live stream. There's just no chance. Let's see. It is 107 in Tucson, Patrick. Wow, I feel for you, man. I heard Phoenix is like 115. What sucks, I heard it's like not even cold at night. It's like 87. So I feel really sorry for you guys that don't have air conditioning. Yeah, it's a dry heat compared to Fu Man's more humid heat out there in Florida. Miserable 102 for you, Star Cradle. Where are you at, Star Cradle? I assume you're on the West Coast too. I said today was great. It was like 70 3 or something. And tomorrow's supposed to be the peak of the heat wave. And according to my weather widget here, it's supposed to be, let's see, 78 tomorrow. That's the warmest, yeah, we will get here. So that's, you know, one advantage of living along the coast here in California. Wow, you took a bike ride in that heat, Patrick? Well, I'm sure you brought a lot of water. As long as you don't mind it and enjoy it. Awesome. Jose, you're shouting out to Bearded Devil 1864. I wonder what the 1864 is, Bearded Devil. That's an odd, or not, it's an even number, literally. I'm just kind of curious what that represents. Jose, JG Boom, you are new. Awesome. Welcome, JG. Let's see. Jose, JG Boom. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. If you're not vegan, you can ask some questions. If you are vegan, if you have some questions, we will, take a look at any reasonable question put forth. Travis would like to know, is there going to be a 24-hour Q&A live stream? No, there won't be. There's not enough of me to go around for that. But good question. Yeah, you're responding, and your question's in response to the live stream that we launched 2 days ago, the 24/7 live stream known as California Vegan Adventures. So hopefully you guys have checked in from time to time, see what's going on. It's a huge loop. I forgot how many hours. It's like 18, somewhere between 12 and 18 hours, not quite 24, more than 12. But anyway, yeah, it's a pretty big loop. So, you never know what you're going to see. I just checked it out before coming on. So check it out. Yeah, it's just cool for us. Another opportunity for us to get some of our vast library of content that we've been making here for 7-8 years now, just getting out there for people to see, because a lot of it's just buried. You have to go in many clicks to find some of these older videos. Hey, Vegan Wesker, how is it going? Let's see. Hey, Peter, yeah, coming on a little early today. Thought maybe I'll come on a few minutes early, just in case we finish at about the 2-hour mark and I can watch a little bit of the NBA Finals that's going on. It'll start going on a little bit in about maybe 15 minutes or so. Well, that's interesting, Jose JG. Then, plants are pretty freaking cheap if you're looking to save some money. First of all, vegan is not a diet. It's an ethical stance against animal cruelty. But if you want to eat more plants, it's hard to find food that's cheaper than, say, potatoes. You can get a big sack of potatoes at the market usually for like $10 maybe. That could last you weeks. Get some grains, rices, legumes, your beans. It's pretty hard to beat the vegan staples as far as affordability goes. Hello, Antonio. Hello from South Florida. 52-year-old, close to me. I'm 54. I'll be 55 at the end of next month. Vegan 5 years, and so has my wife. Your 4 kids are 90% vegan. Awesome. Hopefully you'll get them on board, and if so, congratulations, because I've done a horrible job of getting family members to eat a vegan diet, let alone go vegan. So good for you, Antonio. Good to hear that. Let's see. Poop flung already. Where's the poop getting flung? I haven't seen too much poop get flung yet here, other than maybe Bearded Devil not wanting to ask his question here in the live stream. And I invited him. He was going off in the comments of one of our videos, or maybe a few of our videos. I saw him in the comments. Says, hey, I think Dr. Bear responded to him as well and said, I don't understand what you're talking about. And I said, I don't get your question either. That's why I'm not going to answer it in the comments. And I said, just come to the live stream. You can articulate it to the best of your ability. Make it clear and concise and understandable by every person here. And we'll see what it is. Let's see. Let's see. What's that, Scottish Raider? You have autoimmune disease? Whoa. Yeah, Antonio could back me up here, as long as you're not eating a bunch of expensive stuff Beyond Impossible Burgers. Yeah, it's pretty darn cheap to feed your large family there with plants rather than non-plants, let's say, huh? Hey, finding my psych. Hey, from Vancouver. Hey, did you go to the Planet Expo last week? Peter, our moderator, was there. Oh, and Peter, you had an amazing time at the Planet Expo. Awesome. Yeah, I saw your comment earlier. Like, yeah, you could talk about it on Skype or Discord, and it made me realize something. Ever since I got this new computer of mine, it's not new anymore. I got it maybe a month and a half or two ago. For live streams, I have yet to set up any kind of like Skype or Discord on it. I don't have those softwares installed on here, so I'm unable to do anything like that right now. And I got to get off my butt because for all you happy fams out there like Fu Man and Peter and Fa and who did I see earlier here? Fallon Marie, yeah, Angie and I, we've been too busy this week launching the live stream, but the new live stream, the 24/7 live stream. But yeah, we're gonna get a live stream just for the happy fam where we can kind of chat in person using like something like Zoom, and I don't have it installed here yet. So thanks for reminding me, Peter, to get off my butt and tackle that this week. And hey, Antonio, thank you for our very first and hopefully not our last super chat tip of the evening. Thanks so much, Antonio. Much appreciated. Yeah, the tips really go a long way. We're a little channel. We just kind of grind our way through to try to pay the bills every month. So thank you so much there, Antonio. That's cool, Pauline. You have autoimmune disease too, but on a vegan diet, you feel better. Yeah, I'm not going to answer the question. I don't know if Scottish writer was asking about like how does a vegan diet affect autoimmune disease. First of all, yeah, I'm not a medical doctor, so I'm not qualified to answer on those grounds. Secondly, I will answer a question like that if I've either done a lot of true, research sounds like such a bad word these days, but really looked into the matter deeply over a long period of time, or experienced it myself. And I have no experience with autoimmune disease, so I couldn't tell you like my personal anecdotal experience with that. Hey, cool, thanks, Eddie. Just trying my best here at age 54 and 9/10 or 11/12 more precisely, I guess, to not degenerate and deteriorate. Just trying my best here, not really doing too much other than eating decently well, getting some decent exercise. I might go do something next week, though. I saw when we go to Gracias Madre. You've probably seen it in a lot of our vlogs now, the Taco Tuesday nights. Right next door, there's this place called Skin Laundry, and they do something I'd never heard of before, laser facials. I go, that sounds kind of fun. They're just like supposed to like make your skin more cool looking and stuff like that. I've never done any. People ask like, what's our beauty regimes and stuff, our routines, and we don't have anything like that. So maybe the anti-vegans will get pissed off if I do that, saying like, you can't do that if you're vegan or whatever. Like, I'm sure the place is like 99% supported by non-vegans anyway, but look kind of fun. Go out and get some tacos and see what the lasers might do to make my skin all bitchin' looking. We'll see. I have no idea. I have zero expectations. Let's see. I missed a few questions there. Antonio didn't like the vegans before he became one. How come he didn't like vegans before then? And I see my squeaky water bottle. Hey, Ryan, squeaky water bottle. Good to see you. Your real life self is right here, kicking it. Yo, Graven babies. Good to see you, Graven. Cool. A lot of our happy fam is showing up now. AJ Vintage is here now too. Awesome, guys. I was saying, sorry we didn't make any effort this week to send out a poll to the happy fam to see what would be a good day to get a members only, for happy fam members only live stream. You know what I'm talking about? At the top of our channel, by the subscribe button, there's a join button where you can, like, for as little as $2 a month, get in on the. There's 3 tiers, $2 the least expensive one. You can get like exclusive videos. And Angie just dropped the first Happy Fam only video yesterday for you guys. A vlog of us going to basically Disneyland last week at night and eating some great food, watching an awesome Main Street Electrical Parade. So that's where the Happy Fam. And I saw that Finding My Psych just super chatted. $3.99. Thanks so much, Finding My Psych. Awesome. Thanks so much for your support. Much appreciated. Yeah, so all you happy fam, you just got that special vlog from Angie, and we'll send out a poll to see what's a good day and time for the members only live stream, and we'll just try to go with the majority. And if you can't make it, don't worry, we'll do more. We're gonna try to do one a month. So Cool fall. You like that Main Street electrical parade? Yeah, it's a light parade. I remember it from when I was a kid. Just full disclosure, I dislike Disney parades. I don't like Disneyland parades at all. I just walk past them. They're annoying. They're just crowds, and I just want to do what I want to do. But I love the Main Street electrical parade. There's something just totally awesomely cool about it. So Angie, yeah, she digs it too, fortunately. So she filmed the whole thing. And you guys could see, I think I haven't watched the vlog yet, so I'm gonna watch it tonight. I think most of its entirety in that vlog from like a front row seat we got. Yeah, it's been going on for 50 years, Peter, but it hasn't been going on continuously. I should look at the history, but I haven't seen the Main Street electrical parade being run at Disneyland in over a decade or two. I remember it like in the 70s and 80s. Maybe it had a couple quick returns over the years, but it's not like a main parade that they have like day in and day out. And I mean, it was in the past in the 70s and 80s, but now it's back, 2 parades a night, and it's totally awesome. We saw them both. Hey, Uncle's back. How's it going, Uncle? Hey, Ryan, how is the 24/7 stream doing? The California Vegan Adventures. Have you noticed any change in YouTube's algorithms? It would be way too quick. We just launched it barely 2 days ago, 2 days and an hour ago. So yeah, it's a little too quick to notice anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I've never gone on and seen 0 viewers. There's always someone, usually between at the middle of the night, like 4 or 5, and the middle of the day, like 10 to 15 or something like that. And I really didn't have any certain numeric expectations or anything like that. As long as someone was watching, I'm glad about that. Like I said, the primary reason to do it was to try to do something new and different and fun. And me being a technical guy, computer, tech person, it was a cool little technical project for me to orchestrate. You just can't do this automatically with YouTube. It involves some extra knowledge that techies possess. And secondly, I thought it'd be great to get our back catalog, which is buried deep in our YouTube page. Most people can't see it, so I wanted to get it out there. So it's out there. Anyone could see it. You never know what episode you're gonna get. Like I said, I didn't measure the loop, how long the videos in totality are, but it's somewhere between I think around 18, 20 hours, something like this. It's pretty long, so you never know what you're gonna see. Halloween parades at Disneyland, Travis. I tell you, I just walk right past the parades at Disneyland, so I honestly don't know. Graven, it's too hot and muggy to enjoy Disney here. I bet. I know Florida is just like crazy humid, especially if you're not used to that. Like I'm not. We live in a pretty dry climate area out here. Hey, Sarah Smith, what's up? Oh, I used to live in Fairfax in Northern California. Maybe you mentioned that before. I've never been there, but I know where you're talking, in Marin County, kind of a hip little hidden area there in Marin. I've never been to Fairfax, but I love going to Marin County. So next time we're up there, I'll try to remember that. Vegiversary 2 this month. Awesome, Sarah. Any plans? Oh, Antonio, you didn't like vegans because, as many of us thought, eating animals was a necessary evil until you got the right information. Yeah, people tell you all sorts of bull crap, like, it's like the circle of life, nonsense like that. It's you need to have death in order for there to be life. Weird stuff, just made up rationales people try to persuade themselves and others of to justify something they know is inherently cruel. They say, well, you have to kill them or else what are we gonna eat? Well, have you tried plants exclusively? Because you can do it and you can be quite healthy doing that if that's a concern, and it should be. You wouldn't want to go vegan and with the knowledge that it's super unhealthy and you're risking your life, and you're just, it's a great ethical decision for you and the animals, but it's horrible for your health. That's not the case at all. Oh, Fairfax has changed a lot. I know the whole Bay Area has changed a lot due to the influx of all the wealth. I remember when I lived in San Francisco for a little bit in the 90s, and I traveled up there a lot in the 90s too for technical work, computer stuff. And it's a whole different world back then. Now, when I go back, it's like, wow, man, it looks the same. The buildings kind of look the same and the streets look the same, but yeah, the vibe's totally different. The people are different. And I hope that didn't happen to Fairfax. I thought Fairfax was kind of cool and groovy, right? Oh, cool, Peter. Planning on protesting a prawn festival this weekend. Yeah, let them know that throwing those prawn and I assume like boiling water is not really like, the nicest thing to be doing to them. Tim, are we still planning to move to Northern California? Yeah, maybe not northern, but possibly. Like a couple places I have on my radar are Shelter Cove on the Lost Coast, Cambria, which is Central California. But who knows? If things are really bad, I'll just leave entirely and maybe see if I can get into like Spain or Australia or something like that. If things really, really get bad here, like politically and stuff like that. But we'll see. Yeah, otherwise, I plan to move somewhere into like a cooler climate in north of here in California. Let's see, Peter, you were turned off from veganism when you were a kid because your mom sent you to a school with this vegan pepperoni that tasted like a rubber band. Yeah, if you're a kid, I know you're not a kid anymore. I must have been a long time ago, because I remember that was one of the first vegan cheeses I ever ate. Didn't melt. It looked like rubber. It kind of tasted like rubber, had the texture of rubber. I know what you're talking about. Things have progressed a lot since the olden days, like pre-internet. That's how it was, like like YouTube and stuff like that. It was a whole different world being vegan back then as far as getting food. The ethics and morals are the same, but the food situation has improved 100-fold. Let's see, Jamie, is this an honest question? Let's see. Let's see, and Ralph wants to ask, have you ever met Janelle, who was on Chris Cooney's stream 2 days ago? Is she that raw fruitarian that quit being vegan? Let me know if that's the Janelle I'm thinking of. And Jamie, C49, how do you guys keep up your energy? You can just ask me. Everyone else will have their own various ways. Besides taking vitamins, people who eat meat needs vitamins. A lot of folks fatigue getting vegan. Well, let's look at your question there in more detail, Jamie. I want to make sure I understand exactly what you're asking. So you're thinking that vegan diets don't have enough nutrition or calories or something? What is the thing that makes you concerned about energy? Here, so I'm going to put you up on the wall here. Here's the rules for anyone that's new to our channel. But we will go and get your words up here 1 second. So let's see what Jamie C49 is asking here and try to flush it out. So how do you guys keep up your energy? Why would it be any different for someone who eats a diet consistently of plants? That's a well-balanced, well-rounded diet, and giving you, eating sufficient calories, not trying to starve yourself. That's how, you see non-vegans that have no energy because they're eating a poor diet, not balanced, not enough calories. People who eat meat need vitamins. A lot of people need vitamins, vegans or meat eaters. It's not like the vitamin industry was created for vegans or anything like that. A lot of folks get fatigued being vegan. A lot of folks get fatigued being non-vegan. My energy as a 54, almost 55-year-old surpasses a lot of guys half my age when I'm running or on the basketball court. So, a lot of people get fatigued. It's because they're not training properly. They're not doing enough conditioning work. You can lift weights all the time, and I know about this. I have a gym in my garage lifting weights. I was just doing upper body work today. But if you're not doing enough running or treadmill or biking, indoor or outdoor, stationary or moving, you're not going to have the you'll get fatigued more than someone who's doing that kind of conditioning work. So what's the question here, Jamie? I'm not sure. I'm just dispelling little myths that are kind of assumed in your question there, but let me know if I'm missing something there, Jamie C49. I'm not making fun of you or anything. I'm not picking on you. I'm just seeing a lot of assumptions in your questions there that just are not part of reality. It's just kind of like some fantasy that you have of vegans or something like that. But let me know if you have something specific, Jamie C49, that you'd like to share with us, or something you want to elaborate on. Feel free. Let's see. Name says, I don't know why we'd have less energy. Lol, meat has literally no nutrients or protein that you can't get elsewhere. And also, if we're talking about energy for like, exercising, it's not like fat or protein are the most ideal ones. They'll work, but carbohydrates, that's what fuels the body. Glycogen in your muscle stores. So yeah, I mean, it stands to reason. I mean, there's a reason why you hear about athletes carb loading and stuff like that. You don't hear about them too much like marathoners protein loading or anything like that. I mean, I guess it happens in some fields of energy, but yeah, Bryant E, whole food plant-based equals tons of energy. I mean, I think I have too much energy. Sometimes I overtrain. You don't hear about too many guys in the mid-50s that overtrain, unless they're out of shape, really bad shape or something like that, but I have to watch myself. Sarah, too, has a metric F ton of energy, but eat a lot. Yeah, you got to eat a lot. Yeah, if you want to have energy, it's hard to starve yourself. That's true if you're vegan, non-vegan. If you're starving yourself, you're going to have some energy issues, unless you're very exceptional. Yeah, Bryant E, that person, Jamie C49. Yeah, you got to see the movie called The Game Changers. It dispels the myths. I mean, they show professional athletes like NFL, like football athletes, Olympians, weightlifters, powerlifters. They have the whole gamut of athletes covered. They're track people. I mean, it just shows that eating a completely plant-based vegan diet will not prevent you from achieving athletic success. Other things may prevent you, your skill, your talent, your training, other things like that. But the diet is not going to be the thing that holds you back. You can blame it on the diet, but there's going to be other factors that are not related to being vegan. What's that, Peter? The director of Seaspiracy. Yeah, my friends, Ali Tabrizi and, what's his wife's name? I just forgot it. Man, vegan brain fog. Lucy, yeah, Ali and Lucy. So, did you get a chance to say hi to them or anything? Yeah, they're really nice people. They're sweet, lovely people. I can't say enough nice things about Ali and Lucy. Just good folks. And what's cool about them? That I've made some videos with them sitting in here, and I know in a few. Like in a month or a year, I'm not going to see some stupid video from Ali saying, "Oh, why I'm no longer vegan." That's not going to happen, because he's like most of us here that are vegan. We're doing it for the right reasons. We're ethically committed to it. Not committed, we just see it as an ethical issue. It's like, it's something you wouldn't do because you find it reprehensible and wrong. Hey, Han Solo's cousin, thanks so much for our third and fourth super chat tips of the evening here. Yes, go vegan. And in the animal holocaust, be vegan, 100%. Yeah, we had, let me get out of the poop wall here. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, go vegan into animal holocaust, be vegan, 100%. Yeah, there's no reason for us to be slaughtering 80 billion animals a year needlessly, since we can consume plants instead of animal carcasses. So I'm still waiting for the argument that that tries or successfully shows why we should be slaughtering these billions of animals every year. And good news, I just learned today that the Farmer John slaughterhouse out here in South Los Angeles will be closing early next year. The bad news is they're just going to move it to another state where it's cheaper. That's what they cited. The cost of doing business here has gotten too high for them, so they're going to move it to a state in the Midwest, I believe, that's cheaper to operate. But they suck. Yeah, the article I'm glad mentioned about all the animal rights groups have been protesting there for so long. What was that? What did Fu Man joke about Jim Morrison there? Nope. I didn't hear about that one, about Jim Morrison running a commune. See, Tracy, are you new here, Tracy? You said you just got sick of being sick. You made the switch recently and haven't needed coffee. You started off for health reasons, but it's evolving for you as you learn more. Awesome. This is why I'm always like, telling like the hardcore vegans out there, don't bag on people who turn to a vegan diet for health reasons or environmental reasons. Veganism is an ethical stance, but a lot of people try a vegan diet first for whatever reasons, not necessarily ethical reasons. And as they stay and they feel better and they learn more about the inherent cruelty in animal agriculture, then that's what keeps them. That's what, the health may bring them there, but it might not keep them there for a while. They just might try I'm going to try a different diet in another month or something like that. But once you realize what's happening with animals, the cruelty and exploitation that's built into animal agriculture, and how you don't need to contribute to that, you don't need to eat animal products, that's what keeps you there for life. So please, all you vegans out there, don't look down upon and be mean to people who are trying a vegan diet for other reasons other than like ethics and morality. Because a lot of people, like say Rich Roll, who was at the Planet Expo, right Peter, came for health reasons, and now ethical vegans. So just let people come to them at their own pace. Let them explore and learn about veganism at their own pace. Hi, Mango Junkie. If you're watching, thanks for subscribing. Let us know if you're in the live stream right now, Mango Junkie. Yeah, I just turned this on. I saw how Streamlabs will in real time give a notification like that for when someone subscribes. Daniel, Carl Sagan, billions of stars, meat eaters, billions and billions of carcasses, and they seem to have no problem with that concept. Oh, my Mango Junkie, there you are. Speak of the devil, so to speak. Let's see, what does Ryan have to say? Fulmar Music. Let me know. What do I have to say about what? I want to say something. Let me know what I have to say something about, or you'd like me to say something about. Let's see, Sarah, yeah, totally. I should just call you Sarah Smith. Totally, Ryan. You were plant-based for 25 years, and now an additional 7 years vegan. See, let just people, don't get mad at people who aren't ethical vegans right off the bat. Sometimes we're like Sarah, plant-based for a decade or two. Be cool to people. The way I look at it is, don't get all like self-centered about it. This is about the animals. The animals, when you get down to it, I know it sounds weird, but they don't care why people are not eating them. If people are not eating them for health reasons, the animals, are cool with that. Not to say animals are cool with things, but you know what I'm saying. The animals are not being killed by people eating a plant-based diet, whether or not they have ethical reasons. Like I said, the longer a person stays, the more they learn. And thank you so much, though. Hey, so Han Solo's cousin. I love you, right? I love you too, Han Solo's cousin. Hey, Han Solo's cousin, you should become a member on our channel. Hit the right up to next to the subscribe button. Hit the join button, because that way, Angie just put out yesterday our first Happy Fam only video. It's a vlog of us at Disneyland. It's really cool. It's our first time filming, knowing that the footage was going to be specifically for Happy Fam. And what's cool about that is we go, hey, we can, who cares? Like, we don't have to worry about like people like VD seeing it, making fun of us. So we're just having tons of fun, not having to worry. Do we look great at every angle? Because if you look weird for a moment, VD will take that frame. Oh, look at Ryan. His hands are clawed and his face is twisty because he's vegan and it's deterring him. No, we can do whatever we want, be all free and easy and happy and not have to worry about that. It's like, it's like how we used to vlog, like before all these haters started making videos about our little channel here. And your birthday's in 12 days? Awesome, Han Solo's cousin. I'm curious, how old are you, Han Solo's cousin? If you want to share it, you don't have to. I'm just kind of curious. But yes, happy pre-birthday to you. Thanks so much. And Angie and I love you too, Han Solo's cousin. We talk about you very often, believe it or not. In a good way, obviously. Yeah, we have enough for burritos. Maybe we'll have burritos tonight. I tell you, that's kind of our new thing. It's kind of easier on the digestion late night. The pizza with all the tomatoes. Some of us, especially in our 50s, might not be as adept at processing that late at night. I know VD's going to say, see, it's because you're vegan. No, it's just wait till you get to your 50s, VD, and see how things are. But yeah, it's fine for me. It's just a little tougher for Angie. I could eat anything, any hour of the day, basically. You're turning 14? Really? You are 13 right now? Oh my goodness, Han Solo's cousin. Wow. You're leaving those very generous super chat tips there, Han Solo's cousin. So, wow, that's amazing. That's totally awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, you got to join Happy Fam. There's VLAM, another Happy Fam. Yeah, hopefully you guys saw Angie's video from yesterday, the Disneyland one. And yeah, we'll send a poll out to the Happy Fam, try to see what's a good time for our Happy Fam only live stream. That'll be cool too. Angie will join for that because, again, VD and all these assholes won't be watching and trying to freeze it and try to invent some bizarre angle as to why a vegan diet creates imperfections. Hey, we're in our 50s, you know? I like to see VD's mom and dad, you know? Just anyway. Let's see what else is going on there. You want an HHP shirt with that face, Daniel? All right, but yeah, definitely Hansel's cousin. Yeah, join. Join the Happy Fam. And yeah, we'll get some content there out. Yeah, you can check out, as soon as you join, you can watch the past. We only have one new video out for the Happy Fam, but you can watch the past stuff. So if you haven't missed anything yet, it just came out a day ago. What's that? Crispy Johnson, maybe fish on a cheat day? Is that a joke? You could elaborate more on that. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Crispy Johnson, but cheat day, there's no such thing as a cheat day. It's not like when you're on a diet trying to lose weight and that one day a week on the so-called cheat day you can eat all the crap you want. It's like, how can you, that's a diet, you know? Veganism is an ethical stance. It's like, you know, I'm ethically against like say raping people for instance. So how can I have a cheat day? Like, okay, one day a week or a month I can rape people and don't worry about the ethics and morality of that. But the rest of the month, yeah, raping is bad, it's wrong. Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? There's no such thing as cheating on vegan. It's like doing something, because if you're cheating on veganism, there is such a thing. If you're cheating on veganism, you're acting in not in accord with your moral ethical principles. So you wouldn't really be that anymore if you see what I'm saying? Anyway. Yeah, cheat day is something with oil. There you go, Brian. I know, something greasy or something like that. Hey, Marie Alice, you feel emotionally connected to animals? You need to see a dietitian, though. Many digestive issues. You're in your early 60s. I understand. That's why I was just saying why we don't like to have, like, Angie doesn't like to have, like, very tomatoey things late at night. Yeah, I highly recommend if you can find a plant-based dietitian, and that might be harder to find. If you want some, if you live in Southern California, let me know. I know of a few places where you can meet with plant-based, you know, really good ones. Solid, not just like guys operating out of a car, you know, people in, like, you know, medical professional settings if you want something like that. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. And yeah, if you're older and you have dietary issues, I highly recommend you consult with someone who understands these issues and let them know you really want to go vegan and you know it could be done healthily. If not, let me know, Murray, and I will, was that your name there? And I will show you the position papers of, say, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics and other health professionals, organizations of health professionals throughout the world who, let me just show you a couple right now. I think I got one handy to go now. Okay, that was right here. Dietitians of Canada, British National Health Service, British Nutrition Foundation, Dietitians Association of Australia, all saying the same thing, that vegan diets, appropriately planned vegan diets, are nutritionally adequate and healthy for people of all ages. So we're not too old, you're not too old to be vegan. It says there from infancy, middle age, old age, everything in between. Yeah, I would suggest consulting with a plant-based dietitian to help you on a new journey for you, particularly for you since you said you're older and have some digestive issues. So we don't want you to try a plant-based diet and not have it work out right, then quit it and say, veganism is horrible, you know, because so yeah, you want to have a professional help you. You don't have to, but it really would help you out in your situation. Let's see. So do we have more about the cheat days there? Oh, you're in New York. Okay, I'm sure you can find some in New York. I'm not aware of them because I'm not connected to New York health professionals, but if LA's got them, Southern California's got them, I'm sure New York is not lacking in them. Let's see, Melissa. Let's see, you're Indigenous. You had to go plant-based because you're Indigenous and support traditional lifestyles in the far north, like wearing hide, furs, and hunting. The accessibility of whole food plant-based is truly a privilege for most. Let's see, I don't understand the because part there, Melissa. You said you're part of indigenous culture where they have a traditional dress or clothing that are not vegan friendly. But in spite of that, is that what you're saying, that you were able to become a plant-based or vegan? Let me know. I'm curious about your story there. Hey, Han Solo's cousin, awesome. You became, I think, our 19th or 20th Happy Fam member. I have to look. I was last week's total. Hopefully we got a couple more since last Friday. But cool, Han Solo's cousin, you are in now. You're a Happy Fam, and you have the badge and stuff next to your name now. So thank you. And yeah, you'll be in on. You can see the members only vlog that Angie put out yesterday, and be in on the Happy Fam only live stream. So cool. Yeah, but yeah, Sarah kind of saw the other way to interpret that person. I forgot your name. I'm sorry. From indigenous culture in the Northwest, I believe you were saying whole food plant-based is a privilege. But yeah, like whole food plants like rice and beans, those are, I'm not sure. I think that's more from the southern United States indigenous, but that's part of the four. What's that called? The four. Oh man, what is it again? I want to say Queens, but it's not. You know what I'm talking about there. The like four staple foods. I mean, legumes and grains. Those are some of the, those are the least privileged foods in the world. Those are foods that are found all across the world. Some of the people that make the least amount of money, thrive on eating legumes and rice, grains and rice. Hey Sean, my light is cool. Which one? Are you talking about the lava lamp over there, or that big lamp in the back there? Daniel, I'm a horrible dancer. I'm a very bad dancer. Three sisters, thank you. Corn, beans, and squash. Okay, babe, what was your question there? Where did she go? Melissa. Yeah, I want to hear more about. I wasn't like making fun of you there or anything. I'm just saying we hear that often. Not saying you were saying that, but you could have been like paraphrasing the thoughts of others that you hear around you, thinking that whole food plants is some kind of privileged diet. And most people have access to supermarkets or stores that sell food. That's who we're talking to. If you live in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a jungle, your plane crashed in the mountains or something, then yeah, it's a whole different story. But yeah, 99% of the people who watch YouTube are people who have access to the food supply systems out there. Hey, Han Solo's cousin, I saw you are a member now. And yeah, you can watch Angie's vlog from yesterday, and you'll be able to watch our first member-only live stream. Yeah, thanks for Peter, though, for reminding me. I got to hook up Zoom on here. Is it still free if you do one-to-one calls? I know it was like that during the pandemic. I'm not sure if they changed their pricing structure, but thanks, Han Solo's cousin, and thank you for being pretty much our patron of our channel with all your very generous tips on our Friday live streams. Yeah, you're our channel patron, basically, Han Solo's cousin. So take some pride in that fact about you. Let's see. You worked at a hippie grocery store in the 80s. Why am I not surprised about that, Sarah? Yeah, Han Solo's cousin. Yeah, you can see your green name and badge now. You're part of the Happy Fam. All right, so mindful. Carry your dog. Deal with it. You're going to be fine. We'll be here still. Roku, good point. When people bring up the so-called, what I call the ancestors argument, like I've talked to people said, I would go vegan, but my ancestors though, like, what are you talking about? Like your ancestors, like there's no ancestors that had like a vegan society or culture or something like that. If you talk, like here, Roku, my ancestors killed Englishmen, stole their stuff, and burned monasteries. You respect your Viking ancestors, but don't need to live like they did. Absolutely. You can acknowledge your ancestry, your past, your culture, and respect it for all its pluses and minuses, but you don't need to burn down English monasteries, right? We can be better than that. Like I say, like, who cares what our ancestors did thousands of years ago? This is 2022. Life's different now. You know, you can live better than they did. Yeah, Han Solo's cousin. I figured you'd probably be the highest rank of our Happy Fam. And I think there's only one or two of you guys there. So thank you so much, Han Solo's cousin. Much appreciated. Awesome. Han Solo's cousin, truly our channel patron, guys. Oh, cool, sir. I'm glad. I figured the Oregon coast. Hey, which part of the Oregon coast do you live on again? I forgot. I've been researching Oregon coast as a possible place for us to like move away to in the future. So let me know what. It's a more of a long shot. I don't think I'd probably move to like Central or Northern California before Oregon. But let me know. I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, I heard, Alan, that YouTube did. Yeah, someone, I think Peter told me that VD got banned, but she has another channel under her own name or something like that and is using that. I wasn't sure if her old channel got banned. I know it was taken down, but did it get banned? Or most channels I see that go down, like they usually come back in a week or two or something like that. Do you guys know, is it like gone forever? Is that VD channel like shut down? Like if it's been shut down since you guys first told me about this months ago, then it is shut down. Usually I said when a channel goes down, it's for a few days, a week or two tops, then it's back. Fu Manpu, what the F is VD? Well, VD is the acronym, the first two letters of her channel name. The first word is vegan, but it's not a vegan, it's an anti-vegan channel. And I don't like to say her entire name because I don't like to promote it, because it's just a bunch of just complete crap. And not only is it crap, it's just like hateful, mean stuff. She's made videos about me going bald and my eyebrows falling out and I have permanent wrinkles on my face. Like, no, I went out and played basketball in the middle of the sun on a day like it was hot or sunny, and I had these lines and she froze it there, and look at Ryan has wrinkles on it. So no, they're not there. She just makes up stuff, and just that was kind of a nice thing. She's just downright evil and says hateful, mean things, just like slanderous things to make money off it. I think she knows what she's saying is complete nonsense too, but people watch it, she gets paid, and that's an industry, making fun of people like myself. Anyway, move away to Hermosa Beach, Uncle. Oh, well, we'd love to move to the South Bay. Are you kidding? Torrance, Hermosa, that's some of the most mild weather in all of like the like Southern California area, but no, that's a little bit out of our price range there. I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, like, especially during the heat waves, it'll be like 85 out here and 90. Go out to like Torrance, Hermosa, it's like 72. It's like, too bad the marine layer doesn't make it all the way here during the hottest heat waves. But this heat wave, I tell you, is totally fine. It's been foggy here. I went running yesterday at like 11 in the morning, hill sprints, it was great. I went to the outdoor basketball court the day before that. It's been awesome. Bearded Devil, our anti-vegan, is back. Who refuses after I've invited him or her many times. Very sincerely invited bearded, what's your name again, to ask a question. Oh, is it gone? No, it's still there. At Happy Healthy Vegan. This is why I posted a video of the questions. I mean, no, I'm not going to play your video on my live stream. I know you would really appreciate that, but I have a policy. I do not promote anti-vegans. I don't want to give anti-vegans any life or air. Why should I, when they're usually just slandering people like myself who don't deserve to be slandered. If you want to ask a question, though, ask it here. I told you in the comments, because you're going off of my comments. I think you're fighting with Dr. Bear. Please tell me, what is your thing about veganism? If you can't ask it here, I strongly suspect you have trouble asking it anywhere. And here I can answer you in real time, give you an instant real-time rebuttal. So please ask your question about why. Just tell me why you think veganism is so wrong or bad or whatever, and we would love to hear it. I think most of our people here would love to hear it, right, guys? Wouldn't you like to hear the answer? I'm sorry, like Bearded Devil, to tell us why veganism is so wrong and horrible. Hey, Squeaky Water Bottle, VD's channel is indeed back. Like I said, I've rarely seen a channel just get taken down by YouTube. It's pretty rare. They go offline from time to time, but they're usually back in a matter of days or weeks because, yeah, the person retracted her strike because she didn't want to fight with people. And she had a case against VD, but VD was nice and removed the video in question. Yeah, that's what I thought happened. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, it sucks that nothing changed. Yeah, Bearded Devil, ask your questions. I haven't seen it. Bearded Devil, have you asked questions? I'm gonna scroll back and try to find your questions. I'm only human. I can miss things. Oh, I missed your stuff. Bearded Devil, hey, so you guys help me out. Bearded Devil is kind of mad that I missed his or her question. Oh, here it is. I found it. My bad. All right, so Bearded Devil, here we go. I will put your question up here. Don't get mad, Bearded Devil. That tells me you have a bad attitude right there, that you expect me to be omniscient and notice every last comment. Hey, I'm just a vegan brain-fogged, challenged 54-year-old here, just trying my best. But we will put your question up here for all to see here. So let's, yikes, let me change some stuff here. Yikes. All right. So, Bearded Devil, you're going up on the wall, and we will look at your question here. Okay. So this is supposed to be the debunking of veganism here. Happy Healthy Vegan. Do you consume only rice and potatoes? If not, why? Have you watched any of my videos? As Latabul Galaxy says, no, I don't live only on rice and potatoes. Okay, what's your follow-up to that? I've answered your question. Like, why? Because I know of no professional health organization, like, say, any of these guys that say, in order to get all your nutrient needs met, you should eat only rice and potatoes. That's why I tell you I'm vegan for ethical reasons, but I want to make sure that I'm doing it in a way that's healthy. I'm not, just being irresponsible about staying healthy. So, yeah, what's your follow-up to that? That's why I've seen no health organization say that I should do that. If I saw some that did that, I might think about it. But yeah, let's see what your point is. Why should I be eating only, why should vegans only consume rice and potatoes? Yeah, VLAM, no one wants to eat those things. Like, who would ever be vegan if you learned that vegans only eat rice and potatoes? Like, where did you get this idea in the first place that vegans should only eat rice and potatoes? Bearded Devil. Yeah, I'm guessing too, trapped in the matrix, we're going to a crop dust argument, combine harvester argument. Is that where we're going? Because we can anticipate most of these, right? We can anticipate, it's like we've seen pretty much all the arguments before. Occasionally someone like last week, like Loso, will throw out a new weird way of trying to debunk veganism, but barring those rare exceptions, we've heard them all before. Is this a crop dust argument? Oh, thanks for sharing that, Ryan Squeaky Water Bottle. Yeah, people like to say, why don't I debate him about ethics and morality? I thought he was a biochemist, not a philosopher. Okay, answered your question. Okay. All right, so is that the end of our interaction there, Bearded Devil, or do you have a follow-up for that? Because I would love to hear the follow-up for that. Are we going into a crop dust argument or something like that? Let me know. What? Why do you want to know? And why rice and potatoes? Because those crops are not immune to crop unintentional rodents and bugs or whatever getting harmed on occasion. So let me know, why are those foods the okay ones in your mind? Just kind of curious where you're going with this argument. You're amusing me. That's cool. Do you only eat tofu and peanut butter sandwiches? That could have been the question there, huh? I mean, it could have been that, huh, Graven Babies, huh? Yeah, it is a weird question. Yeah, but I'm kind of curious. I'm sure it's a weird question because there's a reason. Here we go. Oh, where'd it go? A question disappeared. He deleted his question. I was about to put it on the poop wall, and Bearded Devil deleted the question. All right, Bearded Devil, if you want to alter your wording, cool. Ask it again. But it sounded like I was supporting something that was really bad. So let me know. Let me know your question, and I'll answer it as honestly as I possibly can, okay? See, this is the beauty of asking me here, Bearded Devil. If you just make a video, you're just speaking out into the void. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to watch your video, and you're not going to get me to answer you. So this is the most effective way, the most efficient way to get the bottom of your question here. That you think you have a gotcha on me or something like that. I'd love to hear it. Oh, Streamlabs timed you out. Please refrain from using foul language. Let me see if I can see what the message was. Let's see. I'm not seeing it. All right. You didn't use foul language? Well, try it again, Bearded Devil. I don't know what happened. My Streamlabs, you saw right there, my Streamlabs bot did something, but it says message was deleted. Ask it again, and if you see any word there, Bearded Devil, that you think might trigger the bot, the R word, yeah. I'm not sure which R word, but I have a guess which R words, Sarah, if he said that. Yeah, don't use any words. It's really hard for the Streamlabs bot to delete your message. Really, I don't have too many words in there that it's looking for to delete. So I missed it too. So I apologize if you were completely honest, but if you used a word that might have some issues, do something else. Oh, rape. Okay. I didn't know it triggered rape. Yeah. Okay. Try it again, and don't use ape with R in front of it. Try a different word or something. Just put capital R. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. If you want to try it again, I'm sorry about that. Let's try it again. So anyway, as we await for that, and again, sorry, let's try it again. Let's see, what's that? Trans Cannabis Vegan Jazzy. What a cool name. Anyhow, way to go. Vegan power to all. And you go, Ryan. You rock, boy. Peace and love to you all. Glad to see all the kind vegans. Way to go, everyone. Thanks for the kind words there. Okay, here we go. Here's his question. All right, we'll get part 2 up here. All right. The P wall. All right, Bearded Devil, we're going to put your second half of your question up here. And I told you, use the R for the R word. Okay, so let's read it here. Would I actively support an industry that facilitates rape, murder, and torture, and exploitation and enslavement of billions and billions of same said livestock? Well, please explain to me how foods other than rice and potatoes actively support murder and exploitation of billions of livestock. Please let me know how, and you're talking about livestock, you're not talking about crop death. So please let me know how eating, like, say, let's see, beans. That's not on your list there. How is eating beans or kale or apples? How does eating an apple kill livestock? You have a great argument you have to make here. Please tell me how eating an apple or eating kale or chard or whatever kills or exploits and murders and rapes livestock. Please tell me. Are you going to use the manure argument or something like that? Is that what you're going for? You've never heard of veganic farming? And rice and potatoes, I mean, they could be fertilized with non-vegan inputs as well too. But anyway, let's see what you're going for here, because yeah, you don't have to kill animals. In fact, I've gone through this before. I've gone to my farmers at my farmers market and asked them, like, what kind of inputs do you use for your soil? And many of them I talked to use seaweed, kelp, as their fertilizer. There's veganic farms that do similar things. They don't necessarily have to use kelp. That's just one input that you can use. Anyway, no, I'm not deflecting. I'm asking you. I'm asking you. You got to explain to me how eating an apple enslaves, rapes, and murders billions of animals. Please, here's the thing. If we brought up Carl Sagan earlier, this is a quote of his, extraordinary claims demand extraordinary evidence. And I think everyone here would agree that making the claim that eating an apple necessitates the killing of billions of animals, exploiting and raping billions of animals. Please share with us something that none of us are aware of. Please let me know how eating an apple kills animals and rapes animals. I want to hear. So please let me know. Enlighten me. Pull the veil of ignorance off of me and tell me how eating an apple or eating some kale is killing livestock. Not just rodents or something like that, but livestock. Please tell me. No, I'm saying of course not. The answer to your question is no, because I know this is nonsense. I mean, I would love to be proven wrong, but tell me, no, I don't support an industry such as animal agriculture that murders, tortures, and exploits, enslaves billions of animals. I don't. That's why I eat plants. When I go out into my yard and pull some kale out, no animal was raped. No animal was slaughtered or enslaved. When I go to my farmer's market and buy their foods, no animals were raped or enslaved. So please explain to me, is that where you're going? That somehow eating plants rapes and enslaves billions of livestock? Please share with us. Please enlighten us to what we're not understanding here. No, Peter, don't time him out. I want him to get to his point. So get to where. Yeah, I think our moderator Peter here is getting impatient with you, bearded devil. So please get to your point. We're asking you now you've made your question here. You made in our minds, a pretty wild claim, an extraordinary claim that demands extraordinary evidence. Please clarify, how is me eating an apple tantamount to murdering and enslaving billions of animals? And we don't have all day for you, bitter devil. So yeah, I'm good. Appreciate you answered your question. I'll get to your point if you have one. Name, well, let's see if he has a point. Now is the moment where we will see if Bearded Devil has a point. Now we've told him, okay, we've heard what you're trying to say here. Now, what is your point? How is eating an apple or eating kale tantamount to raping, murdering, torturing, and exploiting billions, not just like a few, but billions of livestock? So he has some quantitative numbers to support this as well. I really want to see this. I'm so curious, guys. You should be too. Hey, Han Solo's cousin, how do you become a mod? There's no real process, really. Like, Uncle is a mod because he's really my uncle. And Peter, I guess because he's been on the live streams for so long, and I figured, God, he'd just be a great moderator because he's intelligent and doesn't tolerate a bunch of nonsense and is here all the time. So it might as well, if he's going to be here, he could become a mod. Let's see. Peter answers back here. The only industry that kills livestock is the animal agriculture industry. That does... let's see, which Ryan and No Vegan support. Yeah, that's what we're trying to see. Understand how eating an apple or kale enslaves, rapes, or murders not only a single animal, but billions of animals. So please, we'd love to hear this. Yeah, eating animals is weird, huh? Good t-shirt, by the way. But yes, let me know if you think about becoming a moderator, Han Solos, because I think we're good right now. I think we're doing fine. I also have Tracy the vegan on often. She's one of our longtime moderators too. She was here last Friday. But yeah, usually Uncle and Peter are here holding it down, so we're pretty cool. I think 2 moderators is more than sufficient. 1 is great, but 2, we're doing good. No, I don't remember any list, Bearded Devil. So why don't you try to get to your point, though? Just what is your point? Can you explain to us without using a list? Or if you must use a list, go for it. But can you just, very simply and concisely explain to all us ignorant vegans here how eating an apple or eating some kale from my yard enslaves and rapes and murders billions of livestock. Please, share with that. Carl Sagan is watching this in spirit for sure, because we're really putting out his, taking his phrase there. Extraordinary claims demand extraordinary evidence. And Bearded Devil has made an extraordinary claim, but Bearded Devil has yet to produce even flimsy evidence, and we need some extraordinary evidence. I'll keep that in mind, Han Solo's cousin. I suspect if we ever need another mod, it might come from one of our happy fams, like Peter's a mod in Happy Fam. But thanks so much, our patron of our channel here, Han Solo's cousin. Thank you so much. You are awesome. And yeah, I'll let Angie know if she wants to have burritos tonight. We're good. I mean, we're good. You funded us a nice burrito meal there. I think last week, guys. Yeah, I remember last Friday you funded us burritos, and we didn't have them that night, but we got them Saturday. So it was just like the next day. But thank you so much. Sky Cross, you're having pasta with tofu and veggies. Bearded Devil, what is your claim? I don't know what your claim is. All I know is what you've said here. Would I actively support an industry that murders, tortures, exploits, and rapes and enslaves billions of animals? No, that's why we are vegan. We are against that. It doesn't even matter the numbers, but yeah, it ends up being 80 billion animals annually. But yeah, we're against animal cruelty and exploitation. So yes, I answered your question. So I'm not sure what your claim is. I want to know what you're getting at. Are you trying to tie veganism in with this? Because this sounds like a definition, a textbook definition of the animal agriculture industry, 80 billion animals. I'm not sure why, if you eat rice and a plant that is other than rice or potatoes, you seem to be implying that we're participating in this grand slaughter as well if I eat an apple. So please let me know how that works out. So anyway, what's that, Uncle? It's not up to Ryan to disprove Spur's anti-vegan arguments. You must try to prove your own argument. Yeah, make your argument. All we know is is this stuff here. And this is not really an argument. You just posed two questions. And I'm trying to read between the lines, which is bad. Your argument should be clear. As I said, speak clearly and concisely. No vagueness or ambiguity or riddle. That's not what we do here. We speak in terms that everyone can understand, an argument that we can all look at. So I'm trying to understand how this relates to veganism, other than it seems to be an argument for veganism and against animal agriculture, but you seem to be anti-vegan. So let me know how vegans are murdering, torturing, and exploiting animals, which is precisely which we're against. That's what I want to know. Yeah, Bearded Devil, we spent a lot of time with you, so unless you ask something truly, give us something to really sink our teeth into, so to speak here, we're going to move on. Not out of rudeness, but just out of, we've given you, maybe 15, 20 minutes of this live stream here, and we need to move on. As we see a lot of people here saying, please, next, Sarah, there is no argument, next, and I'm kind of feeling the same thing, so you got to, hit the home run now, you got to give it to us. So give it to us. What are you trying to say by asking these questions? And I gave you my honest, sincere answers for these questions. So now you got to pay us back and give us the money shot. Give us the home run here. How does that stuff relate to veganism? Yeah, stop avoiding the question, says Han Solo's cousin here. Just answer it. How does that debunk veganism, that we eat food that is not corn? Let me know. How is eating an apple like bad and eating corn is good? I don't even understand. That's what the implication here. Like rice and potato is cool, but apple bad, kale bad, so let me know how that works out, because I don't get it. I'm not understanding the logic, because you haven't presented logic. All you have presented here are questions, which we answered. I answered as honestly as I possibly could, and I hope you now can return the favor and give us the argument. And if not, like I said, we're going to move on. Yeah, name, exactly. That's just basic psychology. By asking, he is implying that somehow, and we want to know exactly how, that vegans support that type of cruel industry. So yeah, I don't think it's proper if a bearded devil was like getting mad at any of you guys or me or anything for wondering these things. Because just by asking that in this context, it's sure making it sound like vegans are somehow responsible for this stuff. So now we want to know, how are vegans responsible for this stuff? Give us the big money here. Anyway, I'm going to answer some of your questions. Yeah, how many poop wall violations have been guidelines have been violated? I know he's on thin ice here. I showed the rules before we even went down this line of inquiry. So devil, you see, we're all getting restless. Give us the what we're looking for. The last question is too long to post to your comments, so you're not even giving us the big punch here. Like, how does this debunk veganism? Can you just give us a taste of it here? Just give us the flavor of the argument as best you can here. Just say, but those plants kill animals or something like that. Like, whereas rice and potatoes, totally cool. No animals get harmed or use fertilizers from animals, whatever. But every other plant, bad. We want to know, just give us the shape of the idea. You just can't tantalize us like this and then just bail. Anyway, if someone sees his reply, let me know. I don't think we're going to get it. What do you guys think? Let me know in there, because I'm pretty sure we're not going to get it. It's so bad, because I answered all the questions, and he's not reciprocating. Yeah, this is getting exhausting, Peter. No, time him out if and only if he doesn't give us what we're looking for, the home run argument here. If he says anything else, then please, Peter, time him out. So yeah, I give you full permission if he doesn't give us the home run argument here. Says anything else, you can come back at a different time, bearded devil, if you want, but right now we're going to time you out at this particular moment in time if you don't give us a home run argument. If you want to come back later and talk about something else, totally cool, but right now you got to answer it, and if not, we're going to time you out. And if you just want to leave, totally fine too. I'm sure most people would be quite happy with that at this point. Oh, okay. Thanks for checking Follow Dine. His third question on the video is, do I eat commercial crops? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I mean, what do you mean? When does something become a commercial crop? Like if I go to my farmer's market, is that a commercial crop? They're small farms. They're sold in commerce, so therefore technically commercial. Is that a commercial crop? I buy some food at the market too. It all depends. I mean, it's not all the same. They're grown in different ways, but I'm not sure. There's no such thing as like commercial farming. Some commercial farming is done, in a really irresponsible way. Others are done on a small farm commerce, more responsible way, like in a veganic method. But anyway, Han Solo wants him to go. Well, I think he's not coming back, Han Solo and Name. I think he's just not going to answer the question and just took up all our time and just wanted to ask questions and have me answer them without any reciprocation, which I find to be, just kind of lame, for lack of a better word. I played along, and this is the thanks we get. We don't know how being vegan amounts to supporting rape, murder, torture, and exploitation of billions of animals now. all crops that are sold are commercial. Yeah, as I'm saying, Roku. And to lump them all in the same, like say I grow some kale in my yard and I sell it to my friends, that's commerce. And to put that in the same category as like a small farm at farmer's market, which is a much more grand operation than I would ever have. And to compare that to like what was known as like, large scale commercial farming, it's a whole different beast altogether there. Shout at the devil, huh? Motley Crue. He wanted some poop all the time. Who knows? We can only speculate what his intentions are and what his argument that was never presented here would be. I did what I... Oh, he said, he just deleted his message. Okay, you did what I expected. Thanks. I mean, what? I answered your questions honestly. Like, so you're going to try to throw shade at that? I gave you my sincere answers to your questions. And then you throw some like shade at me like I did something not cool. And then you don't even give us your argument. I mean, if anyone should be a bit pissed, it should be me. But yeah, you can play victim there. Hey, Atomic Vegan.
My weekly cult membership fee. Just kidding.
Your weekly cult membership fee. Thank you for being a weekly, paying your weekly fee into the vegan cult. And I don't know if people really knew this until this year, but when people say veganism is a cult, I've often denied it and joked about it, but they're actually right. I'm the cult leader. I'm the vegan cult leader. Me. All this time, it's been Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan that's been the vegan cult leader. But thanks, Atomic Vegan, AJ Vintage, for being for donating. I'm sorry, donating on. Actually, yeah, you're one of our fam for being one of our happy fam, our channel members. So everyone, hit the join button. We're gonna do a live stream. We're gonna send a poll out, get your best times for our first happy fam live stream. But anyway, thanks for using Streamlabs. I was trying to say there because they don't take any cuts of the super chat tips or donations or anything like that. It all goes to the creator. That's why I see so many live streamers, just using Streamlabs. Like I thought last time I saw Vegan Gains, which has been a long time ago, he turned off the YouTube super chats, made everyone use Streamlabs because they take 30%. YouTube takes 30%. So yeah, all hail the cult. I am the cult leader. Yeah, veganism is a cult, guys. Hey, are you watching anti-vegans like VD? Are you watching right now Miss VD and all the other anti-vegans? Veganism is a cult. I admit it finally. I denied it for so many years. Veganism is a cult, and I am the vegan cult leader. I am numero uno, the top of the chain of the vegan cult. I am the leader. I'm the person where it all stops at. So now you know, make videos about me. I'm the vegan cult leader, numero uno dude. Yeah, all hail our great and powerful cult leader. Yes, AJ Vintage. Everyone must hail me at all times. I'm just joking. I'm just totally joking. This is just so ridiculous. Veganism is a cult. Yes, I perform marriages as cult leader. Not only do I perform marriage ceremonies, uncle, I actually determine who amongst my cult can get married. I tell you, yeah, you must date this person, and then at a certain point, if I'm satisfied, then I say you must have sexual relations with this person, and then I tell you after a certain point, I want you guys to get married, or I'll break you up. It's all according to my random whim, right? Because I'm the vegan cult leader. Yes, all hail HHV, huh? Name. I wonder if that person that we're not going to mention anymore is trying to get into like there's some harm. Yeah, you can't actually live being completely non-violent or non-harmful, but the less violence, the better, which sounds kind of like a reducing harm sort of idea, but it's really not. It's just about what's possible and practicable. Let's all get our drinks out. Have you guys been drinking or waiting to drink? Get your beer or wine or Jack Daniels out here, and let's look at the definition of veganism here. Let's zoom in a little bit bigger. It's a philosophy and way of living which seeks to avoid is exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of cruelty and exploitation to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. I know I stumbled this time. I've recited this thing a billion times. But yeah, as far as possible and practicable, there's no way that you can be alive in this world and cause zero harm. It doesn't work that way. But it's funny how anti-vegans think, if you cause any harm, any time whatsoever, you're not vegan. No. Let vegans define vegan. Don't let anti-vegans or non-vegans define it. This definition's been around since the 40s, And it's not perfect, but it does a much better job of explaining what veganism is than any anti-vegan I've ever heard try to define veganism has before. Fog dieting. No, you can't go to the bathroom yet. In fact, I'm still trying to figure out who I want you to marry. So you have to wait a while. You can go to the bathroom in an hour. How's that sound? After in that hour, I'll tell you who your life partner shall be. Yes, Han Solo's cousin. Yeah, I guess we should change our Happy Fam, our channel members, into the cult, vegan cult member. That's what it should be. We should just change it from Happy Fam to vegan cult, huh? 3 tiers of vegan cult. No, just kidding. But yeah, you're in the cult. Our Happy Fam members are honorary cult members as well. Yeah, time to drink. You saw the the definition of vegan there. Yep, arranged marriages in this cult, only arranged by myself. You guys don't have the free will or autonomy to choose who to date. That's my decision as the vegan cult leader. Your wife's gonna be pissed. Hey, I'm the vegan cult leader. I didn't fully comprehend you're married. Well, that you're gonna have to do something about that, because that's gonna be a problem in our vegan cult. Just kidding. Oh God, cult leaders. I can't imagine what goes on in their minds. How they think they can get away with such nonsense. Greetings, cult fam. Yes, you got it there, Wesker. You can date yourself, Peter. I'll let you date yourself there as cult leader. Wow, name. Let's see. You stumbled upon videos recently trying to relate veganism to Luciferianism? And that's hilarious, because when you dig past mainstream Christianity, vegetarian was required. I mean, you can be a Luciferian or satanic vegan. There's nothing incompatible about that, but you can be a satanic or Luciferian non-vegan as well. Most Satanists and Luciferians are not vegan, but we do have a satanic vegan in our chat. At least we had one earlier. I don't know if she's still here. But are you high up there, Han Solo's cousin? Yeah, you're the highest tier of what were we calling it? Vegan cult fam? Yeah, you're the highest tier, Han Solo's cousin. Again, thanks so much for your patronage once again. Let's see, what have I been missing here? Good band name, Satanic Vegan. That is a good band name. Holy crap, that's a good one. What's for dinner, Uncle? I don't know. If I can convince Angie on burritos, maybe. I mean, we had some Del Taco yesterday, but that's like almost not. That's not even like Mexican food, you know. Just really basic stuff there. You know, the burritos that I'm talking about here are really good. Han Solo's cousin, yay! Thanks again for the super chat tip. Oh, Bearded Devil's back, dropping a little more shade here. The uncut video posted 10 minutes ago. Okay. I made predictions regarding how I'd react to what I've asked. Again, thanks. Well, I mean, it's not that easy. It's not like you're a master of psychology. You pose a question like this. Ooh, the cat eyes are right on my. It looks really cool. Anyway, you pose a question like this, like any reasonable vegan would react like I did. Like, yes, I consume more than rice and potatoes. What do you think I am? A rice and potatoes-atarian? That's what vegans are supposed to be? Of course you could predict my answer. I mean, any person with a brain could pretty much predict my answer to that one, so I'm not like impressed that you predicted me or anything like that. I mean, of course, anyone who's watched our vlogs see me eat things other than rice and potatoes. And of course, I don't support the animal agriculture business or the practices, the immoral practices that are inherently part of the animal agriculture business. Of course not. And then I'm wondering, why are you asking this for? Are you asking this because are you trying to tie veganism into this? So yes, you're not like Nostradamus or anything like that. If you feel like you played me like a fiddle. No, these are the way these questions are set up. Yes, any reasonable vegan would answer them pretty much the same way I did. So, and have the suspicions that I had about your questions. So anyway, Han Solo's cousin, thank you so much for your general. You better stop there. You're going to get in trouble with your credit card there. I don't know if you're paying the bill or someone else's, but thank you so much, Han Solo's cousin. Anything you can do for cult leader Ryan? Let me think really quickly. Let me know if Bearded Devil comes back with a response to my response there and I don't see it. So you can help me out with that, Han Solo's cousin. That would be cool. Let's see, Natalie. Hey, and wants to know if Angie got the BTS boxes. Is that for the new the thing that just dropped yesterday? We don't even have like she doesn't have a CD player anymore. I have one, but it's not hooked up right now. So no, we just stream. And save ourselves a bunch of money too. Just BTS will still make some money off of us from all our streaming, all off her streaming. You just got yours, haven't even opened it yet, but you will during their V Live. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I watch some other bands on V Live. We got that app on the TV now too. Your excuse for being late shopping at Target. Yeah, one of our friends, Roots Like a Tree. Sometimes he's here in the live stream. He went to Target this morning to get that. And he couldn't find it. He thought maybe it was all sold out. He asked an employee, and all the new BTS CDs were just in the back of the store. They didn't even put them out yet. They didn't care. They didn't think anyone was going to buy them. That's that seems like an oversight. They should know how diligent and motivated BTS armies are. Daniel, yes, we can all start breathing normally here. He's back? I didn't see him. Where is he? I didn't see him there. Let me take a look-see. Let's see. Thanks, Han Solo's cousin. Where is he? James, yeah, I was asleep when the French Open finals happened, but yeah, I was rooting for Nadal the entire time. I mean, I thought it was amazing how he won the Australian Open. I thought his form looked good, and I go, wait till he gets back onto his best surface. He can get there and be healthy and not be in too much pain. He should win another Grand Slam, and he did. I saw that ending with the Zverev match. You see that Zverev twisted his ankle, had to get ankle surgery like right after that. I mean, really sad. And but yeah, Rafa looked amazing the whole time. I think Zverev would have probably been his biggest challenge, in addition to beating Novak Djokovic too. I don't see him. Is he back? I'm scrolling up and down. Huh. His message was deleted. Oh. I guess he's not answering the question. So anyway, if you're watching Bearded Devil person, if I'm not sure what to tell you. We spent a lot of time with you. I'm just saying, yeah, it's not like you played me like a fiddle. You're not Nostradamus. Your questions have a built-in response that any reasonable vegan would answer, basically. Oh, Peter timed him out. Let's see, what's that name? The question is for the host, not you, Carl, but thanks. Not reading it as you've already tried to be combative. Wait, what's Carl doing here? Am I missing some stuff here? Where's Carl? Let's see, name. Let's see, Carl or name? I'm not sure what's going on, but if you have a question for me, guys, ask me. I don't know I'm not accusing or blaming anyone of anything. I'm just saying one of you guys, something's going on, or maybe both. So if you have a question for me, yeah, now's a great time because we've timed out our Bearded Devil friends. So yeah, great time to ask a question. If you asked it already, apologize. You can ask it again. Okay. All right, that's a cool name. Veganism lives another day. Now, we had a challenger here with Bearded Devil, but he didn't really give an argument. He just posed questions that he thought would, like, trap me somehow. Hey, Dr. Bear. Yeah, stay as long as you can. Yeah, you're welcome for the live stream, and yeah, you can watch it later. I think we had the biggest fireworks already, but you never know, right? Yeah, these live streams are up, for anyone who can't be around. You can watch them later and enjoy them whenever you like. So thanks for the super chat tip there, Dr. Bear. Thanks for using Streamlabs there. VLAM. Oh, here's the question. Why do vegans think they're better than vegetarians? Well, that's what's called a loaded question. It assumes that vegans do think they're better than vegetarians. So I don't even know how to answer that. It's just a loaded question there. It's like here's an example of a loaded question if you didn't follow. Like, say you ask someone, so how many times a week or month do you beat your wife? It's a horrible question, I know, but forgive me on that. But it just assumes you're doing that horrible thing, So, so yeah, that loaded questions or begging the question. That's what that is. So, I'm sure some vegans think they're all mighty and superior to vegetarians, and that's some. I don't act like that. I don't like I'm superior to a non-vegan. I think it's just a matter of information and educating people. It doesn't mean I'm better than someone. I'm just different. Oh, Mindy. So some hardcore vegans said you can't support BTS because you'd be a hypocrite since they consume animal products. So what bands are you supposed to listen to? Like, how many bands can you really listen to? Like Moby and Love Spirals? I mean, cool. Come. I want to get more famous and successful. Awesome. If vegans could only listen to my music, I'm totally down with that. But I'm all joking aside there. I mean, I can appreciate the art of another person who's not vegan. Yeah, it's disappointing when you see them like in their like run BTSs and, you see them eating like ramen and meat and shit like that. It's really a bummer. But, it's unfortunate, but they're simply not vegan because you still appreciate their art. It's what you're supposed to say, like, oh, I have to dislike the aesthetic emotional reaction. I have to ignore that and like Moby and Ryan Lum because they're vegan. It doesn't work that way. Han Solo's cousin, thanks for the super chat tip there once again, Han Solo's cousin. And yes, as your vegan cult leader, I am giving you full permission to leave the live chat. So thanks for being here. Much appreciated. Again, our channel patron, Han Solo's cousin. What's that, Peter? Yeah, there are plenty of vegan singers or bands. But listening to non-vegan bands doesn't make you not a vegan. Again, let's look at the definition of vegan here. And what part of what was your name again? I forgot your name. I'm sorry. I'm gonna scroll back up. Mindy. Let's look at the definition of veganism again. Way of living which seeks to exclude, as far as possible and practicable, all forms of exploitation and cruelty to animals. So what a part about this definition does it say? And you only can support vegan artists and vegan writers and vegan poets and vegan movie makers and vegan blah, blah, blah. That's just people adding their own nonsense to the definition of veganism. Again, this definition has stood the test of time. It's been around since most all of us were born and then some, since the 1940s. It's a very good definition. Is it perfect? No, but it covers what veganism is and is not. It's a stance against animal cruelty. It's not saying, and what is it not? It is not saying that you only should listen to or like or support artists who are also vegan. That's people adding their own bullshit baggage to it. Oh, it was a carnist that said that. Of course. I shouldn't have assumed that it was a vegan that said it, but you're right. That's why I say carnists have no right to define what veganism is. I love how non-vegans and anti-vegans take it upon themselves. They think they are qualified to define veganism, and they're not, because they always add complete bullshit that was never present in it. It's only in their minds. They have their own fantasy of what vegans are. We're perfect, completely perfect people, and we don't support harm or cruelty in any way, even indirectly by helping feed BTS, who are not vegan. I mean, that's their definition, these anti-vegans definitions. That's why we let vegans, like the Vegan Society, define veganism. And we don't care about what some random carnist troll on the internet or Joe Rogan has to say what veganism is or is not. Oh, RL. Cool. We got someone. Hey, RL, let's see what RL's got to say here. We got someone for the wall here. Let's check it out here. All right, RL, I'm going to put your words up here for all to see, RL. I just saw your last comment here. I don't know if you said more, but we are going to put your latest comment here and explore it to its fullest. I don't know if this is what you intended, RL, but RL, It is not possible to stop eating beef. Sorry. Okay, so not possible. Do you know what not possible means? It means impossible, meaning you just can't do it. Like say, I don't know, let's think of something impossible. It's impossible for me to jump to the moon. No one can do that. It's impossible to live without oxygen. It's not possible. Without oxygen, one would perish. So let's see. It's not possible to stop eating beef. No, if that were true, I would perish. Just like it's not possible to subside without oxygen. Yeah, that's a true statement. It's not possible. It's not possible to stop consuming oxygen. But it's very possible to stop eating beef. How come I'm not dead yet? Let's look at it like this. If I were to stop consuming oxygen, I would or any of you guys would last a few minutes. Not that long, a few minutes. And you pass out, eventually quickly die. But beef, how long does it take to subside without any beef? And there's cultures, if we want to talk about our ancestors' argument, that didn't eat beef. They just didn't have beef. Let's look at the Native Americans. Some may have lived in the Americas where they had access to bison, but in other parts of the Americas, they didn't have animals like that, so they didn't eat beef. I'm saying if it were not possible to stop eating beef, how come we're not dead yet or nearly dead? How come I have great blood tests and everything? So I think you're just making nonsense up. And Bearded Devil's back. Is healthy in the definition of veganism? Let's look at the definition of veganism here. You tell me. Veganism is a philosophy and way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of exploitation and cruelty to animals. It says nothing about health. If you want to, you can be an extremely unhealthy vegan if that's what you want to do. Or you could be a healthy vegan. It's completely irrelevant and up to you. Veganism is not a diet. It's a moral stance, taking a stand against animal cruelty. So no, it's not in the definition. It makes zero mention of health. Your health is irrelevant to what the definition of veganism is. However, I feel like if you're going to be vegan, you should be responsible and see if it's going to harm you or not, and it doesn't. And if you want, I can show you how it doesn't, as far as the positions of credible professional health organizations. Yeah, veganism can be healthy. Sarah is absolutely right. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. You could be a complete junk food vegan and live in accordance with these principles here. You can just eat Oreos all day. Oreos and French fries if you want. Or you could do stupid stuff like just eat one thing, like drink juice all day, Not recommended, but that's vegan if that's what you want to do. But yeah. Going to the gym, heading to a vegetarian festival later. Wow, sounds like a fun Friday night for you, VLAM. Awesome. Well, thanks for sticking around here, and we'll see you soon in some happy fam stuff. Oh God, he's back. Again, tell everyone why you do not consume only rice and potatoes. Oh, okay. You should tell me why I should. So why do I have to argue a negative? You should tell me why I should consume why I should consume a diet of only 2 foods. Please tell me why I should do that. Is there any health organizations that suggest I should consume 2 and only 2 foods? Anyway, yeah, we'll come back to him later. I'm not even going to put that on the poop wall. Just the onus is on you. Why should I explain to you why I don't eat more than 2 foods? Because first of all, it doesn't say anything in the definition of veganism that thou shalt only consume those 2 foods that Bearded Devil is into. And secondly, I know of no health organizations that say vegans should consume 2 and only 2 foods, and it happens to be the 2 that Bearded Devil's in love with. So please, the onus is on you. Why should where do you get this idea that if you're a vegan, not just me, just a vegan should consume only 2 foods? That's basically the argument you're making. I'm helping you out here because you seem to not be skilled, and most people aren't. I'm not bagging on you, but most people aren't skilled at taking their thoughts and constructing a formal or even a less than formal logical argument out of them. Your argument seems to be, if you're a vegan, you should consume only 2 foods. So the question is, all right, That's your assertion. Now, why? Why should vegans consume only 2 foods? And those 2 foods in particular. Spill the beans, so to speak. Spill the legumes. Vegan. Oh, he wants to know, is it impossible or non-practical for me to do so? What are you talking about? I think Peter timed out. I mean, what do you mean? If I wanted to, I could consume those 2 foods if I wanted to, but why? I'm saying, why would I want to? What is the motivation to consume only 2 foods? Since the universe, God, the creator, however you want to put it, has provided literally thousands and thousands and thousands of plants that humans can consume. And of those thousands, yeah, you can find maybe, many dozens or 100 or so of them in the markets. Why should I want to restrict a perfectly balanced and healthy diet for no reason? You got to provide a compelling reason why you want me to go on an extreme and restrictive diet. Please tell me. That is why. I'm answering your question there. Eating only 2 foods for the rest of your life is an extreme and restrictive diet. And nowhere in the definition of veganism does it say that we must eat an extreme and restrictive diet. Furthermore, nowhere in the... Let's see, where we going here? And no health organizations recommend that we should restrict ourselves to 2 and only 2 foods. So again, the onus is on someone who's making this extreme claim. We need some extreme evidence to support why vegans should consume 2 and only 2 foods for the rest of our lives. You blocked him? All right, thanks, Peter. Yeah, it seems like we're not going... He didn't... Notice how he's not answering any questions. Everything that Bearded Devil did was to ask questions. And that's not how arguments work. Let's just try the Socratic method, but there comes a point where you have to prove your point. Lay your cards on the table. Show your hand. What is the point you're trying to make? Anyway, thanks so much, Peter. And if you want to know why you got banned, Bearded Devil, yeah, you upset our moderator. And to be honest, you're upsetting a lot of our viewers here. And to be honest, you're not... this is my live stream, by the way. I don't play by anyone's rules. And I think my rules are very simple. Say your argument. Don't speak in riddles. Don't speak solely in questions. Yes, you can ask a question here and there. That's totally cool. But to ask pretty much predominantly all questions and not ever present your argument, that is grounds for just, we're not going to take you seriously. We've given you like half an hour to put out an argument. How long? If you can't give an argument in 30 minutes, it's not going to happen. You're either unable to articulate an argument or you simply don't have one. We gave you every benefit of the doubt to come back and state your position, and we never got it. Just say your argument. Like maybe make one for you. Oh, vegans who eat foods other than corn or rice and beans, or what he said, or potatoes are not real vegans because they are harming animals. Some argument like that, some statement like that, but we never even got that. Okay, so what am I missing here between name and stuff? Okay, Faw's telling name, because to a vegan there is no good source. To a vegan, a chicken raised in your backyard is just exploited as one. It's funny, Faw dieting. Yeah, I just joked around with Angie about this yesterday on our way to Del Taco. I say it never ceases to amaze me how every live stream I get one of the 2 types of people in the comments here. One is like what I think is going on today, someone who claims they are one of the 1 in a million people who get eggs from their pets that they raise themselves in their backyard. I don't know anyone that does this. It's funny how I've been alive 50 odd years. I've never seen anyone really do this, especially in a non-rural environment, like in an urban environment. And we always get someone who claims that they go out and hunt in the wild 1 animal a year or something like that, and they eat it themselves, and that's all they consume. And it's funny, I've never met a person in my life that's ever done that too, but they always seem to pop up in the live stream, like people that do these things that just you don't know anyone that does it. And the point is, maybe they do it, but it's not a practical solution. It doesn't scale. Do you think even not even majority, but even like 10% of the human non-vegan population could go out and raise their own chickens? Hell no, they wouldn't want to. They wouldn't have the skill and the time to do so, or go out and hunt their own animal and eat that exclusively. No, I'm just saying it's weird how we get these extreme people who claim to have these extremely rare practices show up in my little live stream here on a regular basis. He's back? Peter? Which one is he now? Oh, Miss Vegan, your mom does in La Puente. Wow, okay, I know where La Puente is. Yeah, I grew up not too far from that in the San Gabriel Valley. I know exactly where La Puente is. Let's see, so Roku was a 4-H, I'm not sure what that is, but 4-H poultry leader. And trust me, backyard chickens are exploited, just more slowly and in prettier conditions. Yeah, it may not be on the grand scale of a full-blown chicken farm, but if you're keeping animals in your backyard and using them solely for their products so you can consume it, that's exploitation. You're not like keeping the animal just like, like say you're keeping a cat or a dog or something like that. You're keeping it to take its products away so you can use it in some way. That's exploitation. A creature like bees make honey. Like people, well, who's being harmed? Well, the bees are making honey for themselves. They're not making it for you. Poultry are not producing eggs so that a human can come and take it and do whatever they want. They can cook it, they can sell it, whatever they want. That's not why the creator has put poultry on the planet, so that poultry will breed and or produce eggs for humans to use. That's exploitation. So yeah, even if it's on a small scale, you're still exploiting an animal. You're just exploiting them on a more small scale, more prettier scale in the backyard, rather than a full blown whatever. Johnny, Iron Maiden still touring? Oh my goodness. And Carl points out chickens have been bred to produce an unhealthy amount of eggs. Yeah, the chickens that we see today were not the chickens that humans encountered aeons ago. Like turkeys, their bodies are pervertedly distorted for producing meat that they can't support their body weight properly. He's back. I see him. He's back. The devil guy's back, Angie. Wow, he's persistent. Angie heard me. Yeah. Angie said, "You're persistent, devil guy." Is eating rice and potatoes extreme? That's crazy. Okay, let's put it like this. Eating a diet solely of rice and potatoes, yes, that's extreme. Why? Because it's restrictive. Like I said, there are dozens and dozens, literally thousands of edible plants that we can consume. And all these organizations from around the world are saying eating a balanced, sensible vegan diet is the way to get your nutritional needs met. So if you're just eating 2 plants and only 2 plants, yes, that's extreme. Eating those 2 foods along with other foods, not extreme. Do you understand the distinction there? I'm not sure if you're how versed you are in the art of distinction. Eating potatoes and rice and along with a balanced vegan diet, yes, totally not extreme. But eating them only for the rest of your life, hell yeah. Wouldn't you? Isn't that extreme, guys? If you were to only eat 2 foods for the rest of your life, wouldn't that qualify in spades as far as being extreme and restrictive? Of course it is. Wow, Johnny, you were in an ag class in high school. Wow, yeah, in Central California, which is like, livestock and just farming, agricultural, capital, if you will, of the area of the state. You had to kill sheep in high school? Oh my God, that's horrible. I can't believe there's a high school class that forces you to kill a sheep. Are you serious? Wow, we need some vegan activists on top of that. Peter says, I blocked this guy 3 times and he keeps coming back with different channel names. Let's put it like this, bearded devil guy. I'll allow you to come back one more time without Peter blocking you, if and only if you can present your argument and not give us like a 10th question. All you've been doing is producing questions. So again, if you want to come back under another account, I will tell Peter not to block you if you can actually present your argument. But yes, eating potatoes and rice or any two foods, a mono diet, a duo diet, yes, of course that's restrictive. I know of no health professionals anywhere that say, yeah, just eat two foods for the rest of your life and you'll be cool. You'll get all the nutritional, you'll get everything you need nutrition-wise. I've never met any health professional or heard of any health professional suggest anything remotely like that. Oh, it was San Luis Obispo. Wow. It was farms back then. Yeah, it's a lot more developed now. Yeah, I remember driving through San Luis Obispo with my parents when I was a kid and just going back there a couple years ago. Very different. Wineries now, yeah.
All this talk of rice and potatoes makes me want sake or vodka. Cheers to the vegan cult peeps.
Thanks so much, Len G, for your super chat tip there. Yes, it's making me want to drink too. Maybe Angie could bring me my ice cream. I have some like pretty healthy ice cream. It's like super low in saturated fat. I forgot about it. It was sitting in the fridge, making me a little hungry too. Oh, so Name is saying he's cool as long as he believes that animals were sourced from farms that take good care of their animals. Like, how do you really know? Like, what is good care? I mean, they're exploiting the animals, and what do you mean they're taking good care of them? Like, dairy. How do you take good care of a dairy cow, Name? Please let me know, because you know cows, in order to produce milk, have to be pregnant, just like with mammals, right? So please explain to me how a cow whose life depends solely on, or not depends on, but whose life consists of being forcibly impregnated. How is that not exploitative, Name? Please tell me how being forcibly impregnated so you can be a dairy cow. And then what happens when you're pregnant besides lactating and producing milk, Name? Let me know what else. Something else happens when you're pregnant. Does anyone else know what happens once you're pregnant? Assuming it goes to term successfully, you give birth. So what happens to the dairy cows that are that produce babies? What happens to the babies of dairy cows, I should ask, Name? What happens then? I mean, you could say on these nice small farms, well, they take care of them. They don't turn them into veal or slaughter them. But that only can last for so many generations, right? I mean, and you know they're being impregnated constantly. This only can last for a few generations before the resources required to harbor 2 times and then 4 times and 8 times the amount of animals. You see how it grows mathematically? It's not sustainable. Yeah, maybe for a generation you could take care of the animals, but then you know what I'm saying? It's an expense, and dairy farms are not in the business of losing money or spending money or wasting money on things they don't need, keeping animals alive that are really no value to them. So I'm saying, how do you ethically deal with the birth calves in dairy, and how do you justify forcibly keeping a pregnant a female calf impregnated for pretty much her whole adult life? And then what happens in most dairy situations when the productivity of milk falls off? They're taken off the milk lines, and if you're in a nice farm, maybe they put them out in pasture, but typically they are killed. So anyway, even if they're not killed, let's ignore that point. I just don't understand how you can support the forced impregnation of a female cow for her adult life, being forcibly impregnated continuously, and then having her babies taken away to be killed. Like I said, they can't keep them. They don't have the resources. So unless you have no problems with those ethical issues, that could be your answer. You know, if you say you just don't care, you say the animals are treated well, but how do you treat someone well when you're forcibly impregnating them? How do you treat someone well when you're taking their newborn babies away and pretty much having to kill them because that's the economic realities? How is that treating someone well? I mean, I would hate to be treated poorly. If that's treated well, being forcibly impregnated and having your babies killed, I'd hate to be treated poorly. Yeah, it's a horror movie in real life. So there's no way to paint it. Oh, we treat our animals well. That's marketing. That's lips moving or words on the paper. But that doesn't. Those words do not reflect the actual reality of dairy. I mean, just think about it. There is no way to get around it. I don't care if you kept the cow in your backyard, gave it a name, and hug it, and all that, treated it like a pet. You still, in order to produce, for the cow to produce milk, it has to be impregnated. And when you're pregnant, things go to term, you produce an offspring. So I don't understand how do you get around it. Anyway, yeah, there's no pets on farms. Yeah, Sarah, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, I mean, back in the days, right, we were vegetarian, both Sarah and I, and we didn't really understand. At least I can speak for myself. Yeah, you admit it here too. We didn't really fully understand, like, oh, at least we're vegetarian. We're not eating the meat. The animals aren't being harmed. They're still alive. Well, no. Once you realize that, okay, when something's pregnant, gives birth, what happens to them? They become veal or killed. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't. There's no way around it. Mama Jam. Hey, yeah, I know what you're talking about there, Mama. Let me read Mama Jam's statement or question here. So many families that used to be vegan are no longer, and I'm just so confused and upset. Well, I've been vegan 11 years now, much longer than most of these people who, I'm no longer vegan for health reasons thing. I just found this out as I just went back to Instagram after not being on for years. They said it's due to health reasons with them and their children. Well, I ask yourself, I'm not sure who specifically you're talking about, but most, like I would say over 90% of the people I've made response videos to, these people I've made, why I'm no longer vegan wrecked my health, blah, blah, blah. Over 90% of them were doing things that we were just talking about, extreme and restrictive, either like eating just raw food, raw fruitarianism, just eating fruit, or just raw food, or mono diets like that bearded devil guy saying we should just eat beans and potatoes or something like that, just doing stupid things that no health organizations anywhere in the world who recommend healthy vegan diets, they're not saying just eat raw fruit or 2 kinds of food the rest of your life. Yeah, 90% of these people that I've made videos about, or I'd say virtually all of them, were doing extreme and restrictive things. Then they were doing other things that aren't part of veganism. Some were drinking urine, turpentine, and just other crazy things that have nothing to do with being vegan. So that's my take on that, Mama Jam. There's a reason why Angie's been vegetarian since the 1980s. We both went vegan in 2011. We're both healthy. We're older than pretty much all these people who veganism wrecked their health. How come me and Angie, who are both different, we have genetic differences, me being Asian and her not, how come our healths aren't getting wrecked? What do we have in common, me and Angie? Well, we're not eating weird, trendy, fatty, crazy vegan diets. We're eating balanced, sensible, healthy vegan diets, the kinds of diets that these health organizations are recommending. All these people that say, wrecked my health, weren't doing that. They're freelance, and they thought they knew better and could construct some trendy, fad vegan diet for YouTube views or Instagram views or whatever. So yeah. So, Naeem, you're saying that you're only vegetarian, not vegan, is all that's required of your religion. So you're saying that you won't go vegan because of your religion? Because I'm not sure what religion you are, Naeem, and you can share it if you like, but I know vegans of every religious walk of life on the planet, from atheism to, I will name every form of monotheism to multiple theism, Satanism, and you name it. Every kind of religion, I know vegans of it. So you're just doing something that's required. So you're not even really an ethical vegetarian. You're just doing something because you were told that's what you should do. Is that what you're saying? But I'm saying you have choice, right? You have free will and autonomy in your worldview. I imagine you can make the choice to not consume all animal products. Even though your religion requires vegetarianism, you can say vegetarianism is cool, but I can do better because dairy involves cruelty. And if you truly believe, if you're from an Eastern religion like my beliefs come from, you understand that compassion for all sentient beings is important, not harming. The concept of ahimsa, to do no harm, and it means you're not harming sentient beings. How can we exploit and harm cows in the context of dairy farming and still be consistent with the ahimsa philosophy of do no harm to animals? Anyway, I don't want to turn this into a religious debate or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you come from an Eastern religion where the concept of not harming sentient beings is a essential point, unlike in Western religions, I'm of the interpretation that dairy cows are considered sentient beings, just like meat cows are, because often dairy cows become meat cows, either the pregnant mothers once they're no longer useful, or the offspring of these dairy cows. Okay, what did I miss there? So mindful. He said not in the chat, but on Twitter. What did I miss there? Let's see. Okay, on Twitter, someone is trying to use some studies show that plants scream when cut. No, they don't. I know. Angie brought that book. I had it here. It's some book from like the 60s or something like that. It's been thoroughly debunked. Plants. Just tell them, bottom line, how can a plant which has no brain or central nervous system have anything resembling cognitive life? Yes, they are living, and they're complex. They've been programmed by nature over billions of years to react to sunlight and other environmental stimuli. It doesn't follow from that, though, if they have anything resembling emotional life. And if they truly believe that, do they hire gardeners? How consistent are these people? Are they true plant activists? Is that what they're doing? They're fighting for the voiceless plants so people don't walk on grass. Let's see, Mama Jam. You've been vegan for 8 years and 2 children are vegan since conception and currently pregnant. Awesome. So it shows all these people you saw on Instagram and other social media who are no longer vegan for health reasons. They're full of it. They're probably doing something ridiculous, like eating only 2 foods or 1 food or raw food or something that's not recommended by any credible health organization I've ever seen. Erasmus, no, I don't consume honey for the reasons I'm talking about. Just like I don't consume dairy because a sentient being is being basically the product of their work. In the case of bees, are the product of their like lactation. In the case of milk, or the product of whatever you call it, menstruation. In the case of fowl, are being taken away from them, the animals, and taken by humans so that a human can sell it for money. That's exploitation, or consume it themselves. Again, that's exploitation. You're using another animal's body for profit or enjoyment, whichever. It could be both, But yeah, I don't consume honey to be consistent with that philosophy. And you could, yeah, that's cool, Daniel. Yeah, bee vomit. It's a good way to look at it. So, Name, you're saying you won't go vegan because of your religion. Is that basically it? You don't have to get into the details of your religion, but you're saying you won't go vegan because your religion doesn't ask for it. I mean, if that's your argument, none of us, no one on this planet would be vegan. I wouldn't be vegan. No one here would be vegan because no one's religion requires one to be vegan. Why? Because veganism is not a religious movement. It's an ethical belief that it's wrong to harm animals. And this ethical belief transcends religion. You can be of any religious background or lack thereof and believe it's wrong to harm animals. Just like you could be of any religious background and believe it's wrong to rape people. It's wrong to murder people. And if you want to avoid these hot button issues, you could say you believe it's wrong to do a home invasion robbery. You don't have to be a Muslim or a Christian or a atheist or Satanist or Buddhist or Shintoist or Hindu or anything to believe it's wrong to do a home invasion robbery. It's a moral belief, just like veganism. So religion, your religious background really shouldn't dictate what your morality says. But anyway, I think I just got a super chat tip there from Peter. Have I ever heard of mud/water? No, it's this coffee replacement mushroom drink. You get a powder and put it into boiling water. Sounds It sounds like that forced sigmatic stuff, right? I mean, that was like a mushroom coffee replacement. Yeah, those are kind of weird tasting. I mean, if you like mushrooms, it's kind of cool to, I guess, have a mushroomy coffee. If you don't like mushrooms, you won't like that kind of stuff. Part-time ethical. Is that what he's describing there, Sarah? I mean, yeah, if you want to be a part-time ethical, that's true. If you believe, like, I'm against, like, home invasion robbery, but I'll do it once in a while, like once a month, or I'm against rape, but once a month's okay. But I'm against animal cruelty and exploitation, but once in a while, as long as I only do it with, like butter or something like that, then it's cool. Yannicki, your religion requires you to be vegan? Really? What's that? Just curious, because the only religion I think my interpretation of Buddhism is that you should be vegan, but it doesn't seem to require it because there's so many non-vegan Buddhists. But my interpretation is that you should be vegan. Epsom salts, you can't debunk veganism? Oh, well, that's okay. Most people can't. Oh, Erasmus. Let's see. Let me see if I can find Erasmus. Okay, Erasmus. Should we block you? I said Erasmus, or a bearded devil person. You can come back as long as you don't ask like the 20th question in a row and actually present an argument. You can't just keep asking questions. At some point, like I said, you're going to have to lay your cards down on the table and show your hand and what is the actual logical argument you're trying to make here. So you're 100% against all agriculture. Do you understand how to actually present an argument, Erasmus/bearded devil person? Or do you only understand riddle and question? Can you actually make an argument? Is that beyond your skill set? And if so, I understand most people have trouble with that. I did too. That's why I studied philosophy for like 4 or 5 years. I'm better now than I was before. I can help you construct your argument here, but asking question after question isn't really that's not how logical, rational dialectic works between individuals. Oh, so Carl found a website on Names Religion. Membership includes the vow of vegetarianism, can include dairy and or eggs. This means you can choose to be vegan if you want to. That's what I thought. It's like the religion requires vegetarianism, but what's stopping someone who practices that religion from saying, okay, in addition to all the vegetarians, I shall also exclude the eggs and dairy, like, and honey. Like, what is stopping you? Like, only something up here is stopping you. There's nothing inherently in your religious scriptures or dogma that would say, no, you have to have honey and dairy or something like that, right? It's just telling you to be vegetarian. That's the commandment. That's the vow. And then on top of that, yeah, just exclude a couple more products and avoid exploiting animals completely instead of just some of the time. Yeah, what is stopping you? Just curious. I'm not bagging on you. I'm just kind of curious. It sounds like something up here is stopping you. Maybe you truly, and I'm not bagging on you, you probably enjoy your eggs and butter and cheese or stuff like that, right? You enjoy it. You enjoy milk. It brings pleasure to you, right? Is that simply that? You enjoy the taste pleasures of these animal products, right? And that's what stopped me from being 100% vegan. Oh, is he back? Asmodeus. Well, you have all these, like, are you a Satanist? Vegan, I don't know what apiculture is, bro. Again, I have no idea what that is. Again, if you have an argument, let's hear it. Okay, so you do enjoy those animal products. So that's it. I mean, we're not bagging on you. I'm just saying that's why you're not vegan. I'm just trying to cut to the chase here and not have to bring along any more baggage than we have to understand the reasoning. The reasoning is you simply enjoy these animal products. Not milk, but the cheese eggs and butter. You enjoy them. You enjoy the taste, pleasure, and the flavors of them, and that's why you're not vegan. That's it. Okay, end of story. And you're cool. You're okay. You're able to rationalize away the inherent cruelty, the forced impregnation, the killing of baby calves birthed by these impregnated dairy calf mothers. You're okay with that. You found a way to say the meat, though, when you kill the animals for meat, bad, immoral, not going to go there. But you found a way to rationalize the killing that has to happen for the babies in the dairy farms and factories. You've rationalized that, saying, well, the ones where I get my dairy, they treat the animals nicely. I go, there's no way to nicely kill a baby cow, whether if it's in a factory or on a beautiful small farm. The animal still gets killed. It doesn't care how or where, it's still going to be killed. Again, I'm not saying you're bad. I'm just saying that you found a way to be comfortable with the inherent cruelty in dairy, while also simultaneously not comfortable with the cruelty inherent in, say, like a steak. You kind of find ways to get around it with the dairy. I get it. I understand. And it's common. I was probably like that for a while too before I went vegan. I get it. I'm not bagging on you. I'm just trying to cut to the chase and understand. So you said, I do enjoy them. And sure, that's why you're not vegan. So you're saying because dairy brings you pleasure, that kind of justifies the cruelty, the killing that went into making that product. Is that what you're saying? Because the fact that it brings you pleasure, how is that any different from someone that eats a steak? Right? I mean, that's their argument. They say it brings me taste pleasure. Therefore, for me, it justifies the inherent cruelty and killing that are involved in steak production. And that's kind of the argument I'm hearing here too. The taste pleasure of butter and dairy whitewashes or negates the cruelty problems that we've talked about for a long time here tonight in dairy. Okay, I think I'm understanding the argument. Let's see what his uncle say here. Someone liked your comment there. Sarah did. For people who are convinced, let me get this off. I don't like the light that this is shining on me. 1 second here. For the people who are convinced of their correctness, facts only matter if they support their viewpoint. Absolutely. If they don't support their viewpoint, then facts don't matter. Absolutely. It's like the carnivores are like this. They're saying science is horrible, especially correlational studies. This is the whole argument. They're saying, oh, vegans only rely on correlational studies, and that's totally false. But they're saying correlational studies suck. Then what? Last year, a correlational study? No, it was a survey. It was a They said, yeah, I got it wrong. They only liked clinical trials, and they said there's no clinical trials for veganism, which is wrong. But they finally had a non-clinical trial. It was a survey. The researchers asked questions on social media to carnivores about how healthy and strong they are. And sure, they said they were healthy and strong, and that's what the researchers published. And then the carnivores, this correlational study is awesome. It's great. But I thought before yesterday, you said this kind of study method sucks, but you're right, Uncle. Only when it suits their needs, then it's cool. Absolutely. We're not like that. We're consistent in our approach here. We just don't sway in the wind when it's convenient to us. No. Peter, I know. Let's see how many channels this guy has. I think he's probably creating them as we speak, huh? I mean, he wouldn't have to, devil-bearded person, you wouldn't have to be going through this silly process if you could just come here and present your point of view and not go through question after question. Just say, hey, premise A, premise B, conclusion. Just let's see it. P1, P2, C. Let's just lay it out instead of asking laboriously question after question. Anyway. What's that, Daniel? You asked the cow. Which is it that you want to offer me today? Milk or meat? Humanly raised. Yeah, AG Vintage. Good point. Yeah, we used to love the taste of milk and eggs too. When very few of us here were born vegan, you know, but our conscience won't let us eat those products. Yeah, here's the thing, because yeah, AJ Vintage, like or Sarah was like myself here. I think AJ Vintage too. Vegetarian first, and then later on. Oh, actually, first like just normal, non-vegan, non-vegetarian, then vegetarian, then vegan. Once you understand that animal cruelty is wrong and unnecessary when you're a vegetarian, like, oh, I'm not going to eat steak and meat and chicken and all that stuff. All right. Then you realize, oh, wait, well, that same kind of cruelty and killing and exploitation occurs in dairy. If you truly believe that from a moral perspective, you have to go vegan. If you don't, then yeah, I guess you're not vegan. You don't find anything wrong with that, or you find a way to rationalize that cruelty and exploitation so you can be comfortable consuming those products still. Corp Jug wants to know, where do I stand on impossible meat not being cruelty free? I think you know where you're going. I know you're going to this, but yeah, just explain to us what you mean that impossible meat, which is a fake meat, a plant-based meat, like sort of similar to Beyond Meat. Yeah, how's it not cruelty free? I think I know where you're going with this, but yeah, go for it, and I'll give you my answer. I will. Okay, I'm going to be going pretty soon, guys. 2 hours and 14 minutes. I want to catch a little bit of the NBA Finals Game 4 tonight. So we'll just do like maybe 5-10 more minutes, and I'm going to go try to watch some of the fourth quarter. But yeah, we'll answer your question there, Korpchuk. Yeah, Korpchuk. Yeah, the FDA requested that Impossible test their products on animals, amongst other things, just like Just Egg had to as well, because there were ingredients in these two new plant-based products that the FDA was not really all that familiar with. In the case of Just Egg, it was mung bean, which is ridiculous because that's a staple in like Indian food culture. And in the case of Impossible, it was their genetically modified heme iron, which heme iron, if you guys know this, is typically only found in animal products, and in plants you have non-heme iron. So they made a plant-based version of heme iron, and so the FDA was concerned about that. So therefore, it's not completely cruelty-free. And there's many ways to proceed from there. It's something they had to do one time under basically a requirement from the government. They didn't do this on their own. That wasn't like their own intention. Hey, let's go do this animal test. It's only once they reached the point where the FDA, to approve their product, they were forced to run the test. So is it vegan? Is the question. Well, technically, it is. There's no ingredients in the product that are not vegan. Then if you look at the definition of veganism here, let's see. A way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of exploitation and cruelty to animals. And in defense of Impossible, I'm not a big fan of theirs. I don't eat their stuff all that often, very rarely. But in defense of them, yeah, as far as possible and practical, it wouldn't have been possible for them to put their food on the shelves here, at least in the United States, if they didn't comply with the FDA's requirements. So it's a complex issue. So that's the reality of it. How do I feel about it? I feel like they had to do what they had to do, and I'm not justifying it, but it was just a requirement of them. I actually like Beyond Burgers better, so if in a pinch, I'd rather choose a Beyond Burger. Plus, I'm not comfortable with the heme iron. It's not good in animals, in meat. I don't see why it would be good in plant-based meat. And I'm not a big fan of the GMO tech either. So for those reasons, I prefer Beyond. I'll grab a Beyond Burger over an Impossible Burger any day of the week. Because Beyond did not have to do any animal tests. And they don't have any heme iron in there for that matter too. So it's a bit, if you're trying to be like the most perfect vegan possible, I guess Beyond is better for you in that regard. Yeah, and Roku brings a good point. The development process wasn't totally vegan, but the product is vegan and has replaced many cattle. So there's the benefit of it there. Yeah, they weren't perfect, but then again, the definition of veganism doesn't say you have to be perfect, or in this case, a vegan food producer doesn't have to be perfect. The bottom line is once they get the product to market, as they have, countless cattle have not been raised for slaughter, and that's a good thing. What is a gish gallop, Uncle? I have no idea. Corp Jug, thanks for taking such a tough question. Yeah, it's not really a tough question, but it's a complicated question. It's not like a yes or no answer to it. It's not a black and white binary kind of thing. It involves a little bit of discussion. Cool, Carl Moore. I think we're trying to help our best here. We are. So I'm glad you think so as well. All right, any more questions before I go and see what's going on in the fourth quarter? No one tell me. And I know now someone's going to tell me just to piss me off, but don't tell me how the game is going. I want to try to experience like the last bit, maybe the last like 15, 20 minutes of the game. So any more questions before I go? But I want to reiterate in case you came late. If you are one of our happy fams, that's the people here with the green names and green badges. That's our channel members. Join us as Han Solo's cousin did tonight. Became our latest member. It's next to the subscribe button on our channel, and we have exclusive content for you guys. Angie just dropped our first members only vlog. It's a day of us at Disneyland last week. It was totally cool filming, knowing that VD and other like haters can't see it. It's so comfortable. We feel like ourselves again. Not have to worry like, gee, are they going to twist this and try to make us look like we're sick and dying or whatever? Veganism is debunked because of Ryan. He drunk his water too slowly, showing his esophagus muscles are weak and whatever. You don't have to worry about that stuff. I'm not sure what Angie's doing tonight, to be honest with you. And then we're going to send out a poll to our Happy Fan members to figure out what's a good day to try to do a members only live stream, just to check it out. And as Peter reminded me, I got to try to get Zoom or something so we can try to hook some of you guys in on that. And if you're not a member, try it. Just hit the subscribe, the join button next to the subscribe button. But worry not, we still have plenty of content for the rest of the regular viewers, and not to try to like drive a wedge between the two or anything. We're not doing anything differently. We're still making the same amount of content. But anyway. Let me think. The game is a close one. Okay, that's okay, Angela. I can take that. I figured this is going to be a close game. For the Warriors, they're down. They have to win tonight, or else they're going to be on death's door for the next game. So they got to win. They're going to give everything they want, but they're playing on the road. Boston's playing really well and on their home court. So I got to go see what's going on here. And plus, two of my favorite defensive players are on tonight: Marcus Smart and Draymond Green. I just love watching great defense, great individual and team defense. That's my thing. I'm a defensive specialist. So this is like going to college, watching these guys. Let's see. So as far as upcoming content, if you guys have anything you want me to check out, I know Graven Baby sent me something. I'll check that out. And yeah, next Friday, be back with a regular just Friday night live stream debunking veganism, just like this. Let's see, Peter, we could just do a normal members live stream like this, but invite Angie too. Angie, she's not a big fan of these live streams because all the hateful people like VD are going to be watching it, and it doesn't like that. But with the, it doesn't mean she doesn't do them. She was sitting here next to me like 2-3 weeks ago when we launched our channel member thing. She was here the whole 2 hours. She thought I was just going to be here for like the first 10 minutes or so. But anyway, she'll be like way more comfortable and at ease knowing that the haters can't get through or anything like that. Well, you're going to 3 different protests. Wow, Peter, good for you. Awesome. Let's see. Uncles tell me gish gallop is a rhetorical technique that attempts to overwhelm a person by throwing many arguments. Oh, I'm gonna have to Google that, Uncle. Let me copy that into my computer's copy and paste memory here. Gish gallop. All right, cool. I'll look that up. I guess that's what that bearded devil Asmodeus person is trying to do, huh? So yeah, stay safe out there, Peter. Don't protest too hard or anything. Don't get in any fights or any thing like that. Come back safely. So all right, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for everyone for all your support all these years. I want to give a big shout out to Han Solo's cousin. If you're watching the replay, thanks for being our channel patron, and thanks for becoming our latest member tonight and the Happy Fam channel membership. Thanks to Uncle and Peter for moderating and taking care of people who needed taking care of. Much appreciated. And just thanks to everyone for watching. these regular Friday live streams. I tell you, it's my favorite day of the week. I know when Thursday rolls around, I go, tomorrow's Friday. I get to do the live stream. Cool. You know, a regular day. And I'll try to do a midweek live stream next week. I suspect next week probably won't be as crazy as this week, since we finally got the 24/7 California Vegan Adventures live stream going. So hopefully you guys will check some of that out too. Like I said, there's like, well over a dozen hours of content, like 18 or something like that. So check it out. There's probably something up there you've not seen before. So anyway, devil was bad, huh? You think he blocked all his channels, Peter? He's not back now? Yeah, he could just keep creating them, but we can hit the block button faster than it takes to sign up for a new channel on YouTube, which takes at least a minute or two. Block takes about 1 second. So we will always win that fight. They won. Just kidding. We don't know who won. I'm going to go check it out. I don't think it'd be over yet. Just started, would have started about 2 hours ago. Most NBA games about 2.5 hours. So I can get about half hour in, guys. So yeah, good night. As Lynn says, night all. And I'm glad you guys appreciate this live stream. And I appreciate you. I really do. I can't say enough how much I appreciate you guys' support and just being here. You don't even have to contribute on the super chat, just being here and contributing to the community that we have here. That's what I'm really all about lately, is community building online, and this is my platform for doing that. So thank you so much, guys. All right, peace, love, and I will see you with some more videos next week. So remember that it doesn't suck being vegan. Much love, guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.